Well, that was strange. Anyway, sorry with the slight wait there. We got caught up moving some stuff around, but this is Shadowrun, ladies and gentlemen. It is it's kind of a strategy RPG kind of deal going on here. Let me just doubly make sure that... Yeah, okay. This is a strategy RPG that's very urban fantasy in that sometime in the timeline of this game, or in this universe, I think it was like World War I or World War II, something happened that made it so magic is now real. And it has changed a lot of things. It's a very, like, cyberpunk plus fantasy setting, as you can tell from this elf with the gun. Now, I've played this before, a number of years ago. There's some details I don't remember. There's one thing I do remember. But let's begin. The dead man switch. Normal. Confirm. And we got 5 races to choose from, and then various kinds of class, but the thing is, you can be any of these, or like a mixture of any of these. That's why there's this option. You're not locked into specific skills. As long as you have the money and the stats, you can be whatever you'd like to be. In this case, I'm going to run with none, and I'm going to choose who I am based on the portrait. Wrong ones. That's very Riddick-esque. None of these people look even vaguely like me. A lot of these are variants of like long hair or no hair. What do you got for elves? Kind of. Now, there are 2 other games in the series, officially, those being Dragonfall and Hong Kong. And while Shadowrun Returns is the weakest of the 3, I do think it serves as a pretty sufficient introduction to Shadowrun as a setting and just how the game's mechanics work. Now, I haven't played through and beaten Dragonfall or Hong Kong. I own all 3. Returns is the only one I've beaten. But if I'm going through it, I'm going to start at the beginning, although it is important to note that while you can see references to events in other games of the series, it's not like a strict continuation from Shadowrun Returns into Dragonfall into Hong Kong. If I remember correctly, that was the release order. So while events are referenced, there's no, like, actual carryover. Yeah, let's be... Where is he at? This one is about as close as it'll get. Now, I don't like that this is so far away. It makes it more annoying to try to customize. You know? It's a very Kerrigan hairstyle, I don't know. there aren't too many options, and this doesn't do that good of a job of allowing the customization, I think. But that's okay. Continue to stats. I know how karma works. So you basically have a set of options here. It's a point-based system. Each one of these, depending on what points you put into it, allows you to further upgrade other things in the tree up to a limit based on what the overarching stat is. So I've got 1 into quickness. I can only put 1 into ranged combat, pistol, SMG, shotgun, and rifle, and dodge, because that is the amount I have in quickness here. I can't go over that limit until I upgrade quickness first, and that's how it works. Now I want my dude... Ooh. Go to a blurry thing. I want my guy to be a sniper, charismatic person. So first we go down to... Charisma. I have a new etiquette. Did I get to choose this etiquette? 4. Shadowrunner confirm. Now each one of these costs is proportional to where it is along the thing. Like this one will cost 6 if we get it. Security. And that's how it goes. No, I'm not going to worry about this stuff here because he's not going to be a shaman here. Just charisma allows more dialogue options. We're going to put some into quickness. We're going to remove a couple from here. We just want these two. Up to 4. We want quickness so we can go into ranged combat. See? This is the ranged combat, and that goes here. So there are multiple trees and paths that follow the same rule. We want rifle. Put another into that. Another into rifle. We want another ranged combat. Another rifle. Put 1 into body, and then we have 3 left over. It's important to note you don't have to spend them all at once. You can wait to spend them when you have enough points to add into something else. As you like. Alright, let's get... another into dodge, and then 1 into pistol. Now we're out of karma. I was about to say out of charisma, but no, we're good on charisma. So we've got Shadowrunner. We want security for the other one. That's my name, 13, because I have that in my username. ST0RY 13R. Your apartment, 3 o'clock in the morning. It's got 4 walls, a roof, and isn't on fire. Even the cockroaches have fled in search of better accommodations. Not exactly a runner's dream pad, but right now, it's about all you have left. Running the shadows is all about feast or famine. One day you're Nova Hot, working with jobs that allow you to eat at 4-star restaurants. The next, well, you're here. This one's a famine for the ages. Slagging Fixer hasn't called, the money's run out, and then some. Sinless and free. Free to starve in the cracks of society, run by megacorps who just want your new one. Something needs to change. And soon. Hold on a moment. Oh. There's a spider crawling on my wall. Sir? This is not where you belong. It's my wall, not yours. Where'd you even come from? I don't think he's gonna answer me. It's 3 a.m. and you've got nowhere to go but down. Now, as a okay. First of all, let's hold on. I wanna. Well, there's not really that many options, so I guess I have to deal with the blur. It's a submachine gun. I like how I chose pistols and rifles, and they gave me an SMG. Oh yeah, there is cyberware, by the way. Hiccups. I have 1 armor. Get a job. Any job. A slip of paper with your bank balance. Enough to cover you through the end of the week. Your notebook, calendar, contacts, that kind of thing. It's empty. Nothing to do. The list is sad, dried up. Car to Detroit, fixer, no response to messages. Dowd, runner, dead. Belton Nash, fixer, missing since February. New Larry, runner, dead. Sam Watts, runner, probably in a gutter somewhere. Tangana, runner, dead. Halfjack, dealer, retired, or dead. The list goes on, all either dead ends or just plain dead. Ew, something's going on. My vidphone's... Who's calling at 3 a.m.? Your computer. State of the art in 2050. Broken since 2051. Look at that big-ass poster of a dragon. Look at that. That's mine. Alright, let's go answer the vidphone. The screen leaps to life, making you squint against its brightness. The face on the screen is laughing. Sam Watts. Hey, buddy. Hope I didn't catch you at a bad time, he giggles. He is drunk again. Or worse. Where have you been, Sam? I haven't heard from you in months. I don't bother with your side of the conversation. I'm not really here. Just one reason for this vid. Someone finally geeked me. I'm dead. I probably had it coming. When you're an unsavory character like myself, you tend to associate with other unsavory characters who often partake in unsavory business. Like you, for example. So why am I dead? Who knows? Probably my fault. I wonder where you are right now. I bet you had a big payday and you're living high and on the hog somewhere. Some of us are born winners and some of us are me. Hey, you remember that Runraku run? When things went to hell, we lost out? Or that makeshift saloon on the docks afterward? I really had your back that night, didn't I? Dowd. That's a name you haven't heard in a long time. Oh, is it about to tutorialize me? That's about to tutorialize me. 3 years ago, a makeshift bar on the Seattle docks. The night Dowd went down. New Larry, Sangoma. Oh yeah, I already saw the contact list, so I think I know what's about to happen. You've been running with New Larry for about 6 months now. He's a combat mage with a bad tattoo and a bad attitude. He knew Dowd almost as well as you did. Dowd. Never saw anybody die like that before. Idiot. He shakes his head. I hate this fragging city. 13. It's sweat and the rain feels like acid and I want out of here. We wait for the money. Yeah, sure, of course. I'll wait all night if I have to. I don't know, 13? Sam's a good guy and can hold his own in a fight, but he's been hitting the bottle pretty good lately. Never on a run so far, but he needs watching. That run went sideways 9 ways to Sunday. Now the fixer's late. Smell funny to you? Hell yeah, it smells funny. Look at where he set the meeting. It's supposed to be a public place. Cut the dreck, Sam. We both know why Dowd went down. It wasn't the fixer or some other paranoid chip dream of yours. I've been waiting for this all night, and Larry has something he wants to say, don't ya, Larry? Go ahead. Spill it. You were sloppy. Sloppy? You think I was sloppy? You've been twitchy all day, son. Look at your hands. They're shaking. You been drinking, Sam? On a run? No, not a drop. Not today, not ever. Something dawns on him. He leans into New Larry, amused and dangerous. We were set up, and he knows it, don't you, Larry? What was that call you made before we had Red Rocco? How come you couldn't geek that guy before he unloaded on Dowd? I've seen you fling a lightning bolt, son. He should have been burnt toast before his gun cleared the holster. New Larry checks his watch, licks his lips, looks over your shoulder at the darkness. He's looking for someone, and it's not the fixer. Okay, I can see where this is going. You chummers are damaged. Time out. How much did they pay you to sell us out, Larry? He stops, and a smile slowly appears on his face. Honestly, it didn't take much. Just enough to get me back to Portland and set up with a cush corp job. I'm out of this racket. We've got incoming. Looks like my new Renraku friends are finally here. They're gonna take that hard drive off your corpse, buddy. Should choose our friends more carefully, 13. Buy you a drink after this? You'll owe me several. Can I shoot him? I want to shoot New Larry. Make him dead New Larry. Or New Dead Larry, I guess. 10 damage, minus 1 AP. Miss. AP is either action or armor. You're now in turn-based combat mode. Each character has an action, put so AP. AP, okay. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay. Alright, I am going over here. And I'm shooting New Larry. I'm gonna have Sam go over here. You will also shoot New Larry. Hang on. You've already got some good cover. Shoot New Larry. Alright guys, New Larry's dead. New Larry is no longer New Larry. Alright. Sam, you think you can do this? Nice. Alright. There doesn't appear to be anyone else. I lied. There is someone else. Alright, you take a vantage here. You come over here. Do you have a clear shot? You got a 77. Go for it. Now, unfortunately, my back is facing them. But I'm guarded this direction. That's probably fine. Nice. I like how it says miss, and it still hits Sam. Oh, there's more people. Okay. This is bad. They have a shaman. Well, soon enough. It'll be had. Past tense. Because we have more bullets than they have people. Haha. You missed. What are you doing? Oh! Okay. Still missed. Very nice light show, but unfortunately, not really helping you. Missed both shots, Sam. Alright, Shaman's down. $69. Nice. Less nice. You missed, Sam. There we go. You okay, Sam? Was a hell of a thing. You did good. You were born for this gig, 13. Me, not so much. I think I'm gonna hang it up, find a nice brothel somewhere, stay drunk until I croak. What about you? Me? I do this. It's the only life I know. Well, you're a dumbass and I'll drink to you when you're dead. Who am I kidding? I'm not gonna outlast you. Guess you can drink to me. You stare at Sam's face on your comlink. Shake off the memory. Focus. I had your back that night, didn't I? Now, I'm asking myself, who would care if I die? Who'd give a rat's ass? Better or worse, your name is at the top of the list. Maybe it's the only name on the list. So I set up a dead man switch to send you this call. I got 100,000 new insurance policy, payable when you find who creased me. Alive with a conviction or in a body bag with justification, either works. Contact my law firm. I just can't talk. Contact my law firm, Rogers, Menger, and McCain. When the job's done, they'll know what to do. Chet. Pursuant to Mr. Watt's wishes, Rogers, Mengert, and McCain has installed a secure, dedicated phone line so you may contact us directly when the task is complete. We will then begin a verification process. Note that you must also be on a secure landline to access this number. We will not accept transmissions from comlinks or other devices. Look, 13, I've led a direct life, and I probably left a direct corpse. I've hurt people. Hurt myself. I don't know. Maybe I just want the last word. Maybe I just want someone to give a crap that I sucked air for a while. What do you say? This is a recording, so he's not going to hear my response. I'd say my schedule's pretty clear right now. Hope you just said yes. I got a locator chip slotted in my head these days. When my heart stops, it'll activate. That's how you'll find me. See you on the slab. Rest in peace, Sam. See you in Seattle. Your plans. Your plane hits the SeaTac tarmac with a jolt. Welcome to Seattle. The chilly northwest rain obscures your vision as you step onto the tarmac. Before long, you're sitting in the cramped back seat of a cab, following the signal from Sam's locator chip into the heart of the Redmond Barrens. Organ grinders, a legal chop shop for body parts, whether from the living or the dead. If you're hurting bad enough for Newen, this is the place to sell a limb or an organ. It's also a good place to dispose of an inconvenient body while making a little cash on the side. The franchise is the closest thing the Barrens has to a morgue. It seems this is where Sam Watts' body has ended up. You open the door and are assaulted by the smell of death and bleach. Wonder which one is a stronger smell. I'm in the back. He's in the back. The smell of death and decomposition washes over you, only slightly masked by the minty fake fresh of industrial-grade antiseptic. Dresden. Hovering over the recently departed is a small dwarf, whistling a tune. His broad grin says, "I love my job a little more than you'd want or expect from someone in the chop shop trade." As you approach, he looks up with a lopsided grin. There's something kindly in his eyes, so it might just be a stray reflection of chrome and surgical tools. "Sorry, didn't expect any visitors at this hour. And some asshole at corporate took my receptionist. What can I do for you, sir?" "You the coroner?" "I'm John Dresden, the Organ Grinders branch manager here, so yeah, that makes me this franchise area's coroner too. And you are?" 13. I'm here about Sam Watts. "And what makes you think I know anything about that?" "Sam had a locator chip embedded in his skull. Followed it here." "I see. Well, you're right. He's here. Not too many people know about the murder yet, though. Press haven't caught wind of it yet, what with it being all the way out here in the Barrens. So, who told you he was dead?" "Sam's digital ghost. When his heart stopped, I got sent a recorded message asking me to bring his killer to justice. Guess he had a hunch." The dwarf raises his eyebrows, a smile wiping the suspicion from his face. "A dead man switch, huh? Fascinating. I was working on him earlier. He's over here." "He's my second Emerald City Ripper victim. The third was downtown." "Ripper, I guess the classics never got a style." "Not my title. That's what the Seattle press insists on calling the killer. All I know is that, like the original Jack, our Ripper knows how to handle a scalpel. But this one's even more twisted. He or she always removes an internal organ from the victim. Watts' liver was cleanly cut out. The first victim's heart was missing, and the third had the spleen removed. "Dresden, get out here." Hear about the new Ripper Vic, Sam Watts. I picked up a basic medkit. Sam's body's half covered by a sterile surgical sheet, his face an ashen white, for the first time without a smirk on it. Below the chest, there's a small, pencil-thin incision covered in dried blood. Beyond that, the corpse is immaculate. It would seem that the killer knew exactly what they wanted from him and took it. Next to Sam are several plastic envelopes containing the evidence found on his body. And you can examine evidence through the bag without spoiling it. Moving things around, you can make out that it's a card from a place called the Seamstresses Union. Something handwritten on the back, but blood has made it illegible. It's a standard cheap unsecured cred stick. No way of knowing what's on it without slotting it. You slot the cred stick into your PDA. 300 yuan's added to your account. It's Sam's shirt. Several of the buttons are missing and blood has thoroughly soaked it. The bag sloshes a bit in your hand. You can only see part of the note, given the torn off bits and bloodstains. "I feel terrible that we have been long to say I'm sorry. See you there. Love, Jessica." Let's go talk to McCluskey, I guess. Towering over the diminutive coroner is a homicide detective right out of Central Casting. If you ignore the tusks, pointed ears, and Neanderthal brow. He can smell his cheap aftershave from a mile away. So this new Ripper Vic Watts, name's familiar. Didn't his mother kill herself a while back? So you insisted, at the time. Come on, she helped herself. I had it on very good authority. Now let's go, Dresden. Give me something to work with here. This Ripper case is my ticket to a lieutenant's badge. I've already posted everything I know. The killer stuns the target with a combination of drugs and magic, then removes a single internal organ while they're still alive. The perpetrator is most likely right-handed with a slim hand that knows its way around a scalpel. Has a decent understanding of human and metahuman anatomy, too. So I'm looking for a whacked-out surgeon. Not necessarily. I don't know any surgeons who still use scalpels anymore. These days, it's all done with computer-controlled lasers. Could be anyone from a military field surgeon to an antique medicine aficionado. You're no damn help, dwarf. The Lone Star detective finally notices you. You note his superhuman powers of observation. Who the hell are you? I'm new in town. You the welcoming committee? If you're new in town, then let me be the first to tell you that I run the show. If you get in my way, you'll end up back here on a slab. Drez didn't get me more. I'm putting someone in a cell or a box this week and claiming my promotion. Do you always make friends, Studiesley? I'm great at dinner parties, too. Be straight with me, you really gonna work for the dead man? Sam was there when I needed him. I'm gonna return the favor. Fascinating again. Detective McCluskey isn't interested in anything but Detective McCluskey. He'd convict his own mother if it meant another 10 UN a week in his paycheck. Plus, he's on the take. You have honor, after a fashion. I try to honor the dead in my work, so we have that in common. What can I do to help you? On the take? Who's paying to hold his leash? I don't know, but someone with some major pull has been looking out for McCluskey's career and wallet. What was that McCluskey said about Sam's mother? The official report is that she committed suicide about a year ago. Aren't you the official in that sentence? My name's on the report, but my actual findings left some doubts. I can't say that it wasn't suicide, but there were unusual bruises on her upper arms, and she didn't use her dominant hand to pull the trigger. I was told to drop it, so I dropped it. What are organs worth these days? A whole healthy body can be worth a bunch of yuan, but individual organs, not worth as much anymore. Well, with all the synth and cyber stuff on the market these days, organ grinders only deal in the recently deceased. There's plenty of other chop shops that aren't as picky, though, and they don't care where the bodies come from, either. Who still uses scalpels? Doctors still learn how to use them in their first year of medical school, as do coroners, but neither profession uses them much anymore. It's possible some of the similar chop shops still use scalpels, I suppose, but I wouldn't know where to look. Have you heard of the Seamstresses Union? Yeah, it's a nearby club in the Barrens that attracts lowlifes. You'd probably like it. Me, I'm not really the going out type. Always too much to be done around here, plus the dead are just easier to get along with. I just need to know one more thing. Where was Sam killed? Ugh. Dresden looks up at you intently for a moment before speaking. You know, I might be able to do you one better. Why don't you poke around these body lockers in the back and see if you find anything, useful. Okay then, I'll go do that. I do like this little objective marker. I'm gonna poke around in more than just the blockers, okay? Oh, hey, a med kit. Oh, hey, a dock wagon basic trauma kit. Oh, hey, look, a thing. The cold storage drawer is labeled John Doe, but the internal thermostat is set to 21 degrees Celsius. A cold storage drawer opens to reveal the fully clothed body of a man, arms folded across his chest. In addition to sporting some of the brightest orange hair you have ever seen, the body seems to be in very good condition. Whoa, easy there. Oh, it's just a dude. In one quick move, he jumps down from the drawer and stands before you. For someone who just woke up in a morgue locker, he seems unfazed and pretty well put together. You spot a data jack drilled into his temples and some shamanistic tattoos peeking above his collar. Interesting combination. Told John to wake me up at 6 in the morning. Is it 6 yet? Does not feel like 6 yet. Sorry, didn't expect you to be so alive. Yeah, Dresden thinks he's pretty funny. You're not the first person he's pulled this one on. Well, so much for your good night's sleep. On the plus side, I notice you haven't killed me yet, so that's good. Now, if you aren't after me, what's your story? Sam, eh? Glad somebody cares. We used to drink together every now and then, over at the Union. Decent enough guy, always in trouble over something or other, though. John! Is this guy cool? Yeah, he's on the level, working for Sam, believe it or not. Some sort of dead man switch. Thought you could help him out. Maybe even stop moping around the shop all day. Thanks for volunteering me. Alright then, the name's Jake, and you are... Nice to meet you. Well, sounds like you're taking a dive into the deep end here. John's right, I might be able to help you out. I was with Sam the other night of the murder. Poor guy, he was hanging at the Seamstress's Union that night, tripped out and rowdy. I've been laying low there for a few days after a bad run. Mrs. Kubota asked me to throw Sam out, so I did. But out in the alley, some gangers got the jump on me. Damn. Maybe I need some soy calf after all. John, could you grab me a cup? Get your own damn cup. My hands are dirty anyway. What's wrong with this intestine? Thanks, John. You're a real pal. Anyway, there's a big fat court bounty on my head. Like I said, my last job didn't exactly go according to plan. Now out in the alley, a few Halloweeners got the jump on us. Damn gangers thought they could turn a quick profit off of my head. Sam stumbled off during the fight, though, and that's the last I saw of him. Till he turned up here, dead on arrival. Reminds me of my last day in this place. It's a long story. I end up in the morgue more often than the average guy. Yeah, Jake here's a regular. Could have started a rewards card, Jake. A few more visits so you get a free night's stay. I'll hold you to that, John. Anyway, they found Sam's body less than a block away from the Union. Missing liver and all. Tell you what, you look like you can handle yourself in a fight, and I could use some backup to settle the score with those Halloweeners out there. Their leader's got the whole gang searching the barrens for me. I need to get rid of that asshole. In return, I'll take you to the place that Sam was murdered. It's not safe to hit these streets alone at night, trust me. And maybe I'll throw in some decent supplies while we're at it. What'd you say? Nice to have someone watching your back out there. Assuming you can trust them. I get it. Gotta be careful in this trade. Now, I'm not one to go back on a deal, though. John can vouch for that. Plus, you know where I'm hiding out, right? Doesn't leave me a lot of room to sell you out. What do you say? Great! Now, I've been hiding out here ever since that run-in with those Halloweeners. Whiny bunch of gangers, but this stretch of the Barrens is their turf. Now, I'm surprised you even made it to this morgue in one piece without packing some heat. Very funny, Jake. You can sleep in the dumpster tomorrow. So, you need weapons? You don't like library windows, do you? Never mind. Here's a rifle you can borrow. So, ready for an evening out on the town? Well, they're one of the nastier gangs in town. Their symbol is a flaming jack-o'-lantern, but you wouldn't like their version of trick-or-treating very much. Around here, they're led by a troll named John Paul. He's got all the Halloweeners in the Barrens looking for me. We take him out. Maybe I can breathe a bit easier. Alright. I'll follow your lead. Halloweeners aren't looking for you. Yet. How do I not already have a gun? Yeah, I didn't. I just have a rifle. Alright. I got some more karma. Let's put that into... I could put it into something. What would I put it into? Put it into intelligence just so I can say I have it. Just like that little thing. That's a nice little signifier. Know where you need to go. Away. Run in the Seattle sprawl, and sooner or later you'll find yourself in the Redmond Barrens. Doesn't matter your business, the Barrens doesn't like you. Take 1 part radioactive wasteland, 3 parts dog-eat-dog slum, add a dash of tourist trap, and you get a recipe for mean as hell. You leave the sanitized death and formaldehyde of organ grinders behind, entering the anarchy and desperation of the streets. Jake stops a moment to breathe deeply, filling his lungs with motorcycle exhaust, radioactive dust, cordite, and who knows what else. He exhales with an expression of wry contentment. The stench and grime tell him he's home. My stash just around the corner, in the alley. Does the bus stop here? I don't know, man. Your home, not mine. Looking for a date? Elves are my favorite. It's a very obvious stash, I'm not gonna lie. Hidden in the garbage... Hidden in the garbage-strewn alley is a high-tech safe with a mag card reader on the front. With a smooth hiss, the safe opens to reveal a collection of gear that is a perfect match for your skills. You take the gear. That's a guy with a baseball bat. And a gun. Hand over the loot, bozos. You missed. You're gonna be right here. You're gonna stand right in front of me? Really? Dumbass. Wow, that was really easy. Holy shit. So, welcome to the Barrens. Guess I'll need to find a new spot to hide my gear. Good dead drops are so hard to keep. Well, at least they were too dumb to break my mag lock. Now that you got some gear, let's go deal with those Halloweeners. Fucking, I'm never gonna be tired of saying Halloweeners. That's just such a dumb thing, and I love it. Let's save. Save. Who are you? A worried man. Excuse me, sir. I don't know you, but you look like you can handle yourself in a fight, and we need your help. What's your problem? Some thugs are shaking down the market we've set up here. It's been getting worse lately. I don't think we can afford to pay them anymore, but no one will stand up to them, and Lone Star isn't about to get involved. It's just down the street, sir. Please, our livelihoods depend on the market. I get the feeling it's just a trap. But let's find out. That's the bonus down here, is the market. Commerce is like a weed, taking root in the cracks and crevices of the world wherever it can. A small street market has flourished here, amidst the crumbling buildings of the Redmond Barrens. Head thug, huh? The thug attempts to use his bulk and hideous breath to intimidate the shopkeeper. The old woman's holding firm, but you can see the thug's patience fading fast, and he looks like he's about to start breaking things. Nah, who the hell are you? But your mom's real proud of you right now. Like I never heard that before. I don't see a badge, so why don't you mind your own? Because I'm sick of gutter punks like you. I knew you were just looking to cause static. Dash, ice this guy. You missed, and I was directly in front of you, and you missed twice. You missed. You missed. Oh, that time Jake missed. Alright, well. Mrs. James? I can't thank you enough. I hate to see such bloodshed, but those men would not take no for an answer. We simply want to make our way in the world. Please, it's the least we can do. You need it more than I do. Plus, I like murdering. I mean, you need it more than I... Alright, does this guy have anything to say now that we've dealt with him? I was standing right in front of them and they missed. Thank you. Who are you? Sarah? Her clothes may be dirty, but this woman is far from downtrodden. Hey, not that it's my business, but I wouldn't go that way. There's some Halloweeners stirring up trouble again. They rode in this morning on those fancy bikes, set up camp in the old street market. They've been marching up and down the street all day, shaking down anyone that wanders past. Typical? Well, odds are those are the guys we're after. Anything I should know about these gangers? Well, their leader's a big old troll named John Paul. Real piece of work, even for a wiener. Yep, that's him. You think I'm dumb enough to get caught out in the open by one of those assholes? Nah, I know these streets like the back of my hand. Worry about your own skin. You might want to clear out before the shooting starts. Don't need to worry about me. I know how to stay low. They're a tough bunch, though. Don't say I didn't warn you. Alright, what we're gonna do is go around in case there's other stuff this way. Beep. Oh, hey. Hey, asswipes, take another step forward and we're gonna plant you right there. This is Halloweener property now. Hey, one of the two that got away. If I had missed my shot, these idiots would have given up and moved on by now. Wait a minute, you're rolling with Jake? Bad idea, chummer. The Halloweeners are collecting that bounty, and killing you, well, that'll be a nice bonus. Oh, hey, guys. You missed. Why are you standing out in the open? That's dumb. Alright, well. Halloweener mage. Well, let's shoot the baseball bat first. And then you can shoot this one who's just standing around. You missed the second shot, Jake. Ah! You missed. What's up, Jake, first? Can you hit that? You missed it, Jake. You missed it twice, Jake. There we go. You're dead, Jake. Dead. Oh, that's John Paul? Move you all the way over here, Jake. This is a problem for me. Ow. Well, the bad news is you're standing directly in front of a guy with a rifle. Told you. Whoa, Uncle, I was just playing with you. I'll call off the rest of the Halloweeners, Jake. Call it even, right? What do you think, Jake? Hey, I'm already at shoot-on-sight status with these guys. Killing John Paul means one less wiener to shoot me in the back while I'm buying smokes. Hell, they'll be doing the same to you as soon as they are profiting it. Shoot him, Jake. You can't. You don't have line of sight. You just can't. Do you have any spells? You do. I don't have a line of sight on... I don't have a line of sight on me either. Go over here, Jake. Do nothing. Ow! Stop hitting me with your big sword. Oh, sorry. Hold on. I ran out of ammo. Alright, I'm back. I can't shoot you with a two-shot. I have to do a single target shot. Alright, Jake, you have line of sight now, right? There we go. Oh, we got one karma out of that. Before that, I should probably, heal up, right? Basic med kits. Yeah. Alright. Watch out for those the ones who are dead. They're like super dead. John Paul got murdered, and I was the one who murdered him. Well, technically me and Jake, and then Jake had the final shot. Don't go to the market. As you approach, the man sizes you up. You can see the age-old fight-or-flight equation running behind his drug-clouded eyes. Beneath the track marks on his arms, you spot a set of tattoos that indicate he is, or at least once was, a shaman. Nothing, no story, nothing, just leave me alone. I didn't see anything, I swear. What didn't you see? Nothing, I didn't see anything. I just need my fix, but I can't get it because the big pumpkin heads. You're seeing giant pumpkin heads, huh? Yeah, the pumpkins down the street. They kill everyone who looks at them funny. Calm down, I'm 13. What's your name? My name is Vlad. Those some nice tattoos. You a shaman? Yes, I am a shaman. What did you see? I saw something the other night. I saw a spirit so dark, so alien that... Where did you see the spirit? Just across the street from the Seamstresses Union. It's gone now, Vlad. It's not gonna kill you. You're safe. Thank you. I think you're right. I feel better now. More whole. Now I think I need some sleep. Shadow near the Seamstresses Union. I wonder if that has anything to do with my boy Sam. I know it does. I've played through this before. Well, the pumpkins are dead, and look, there's a giant pumpkin head. What does that say? Dandelion eaters? Okay. Sure. Tail into ale. The skeleton. It's a bit on the nose. Just need a fix. Bobby. Hey, chummer. Got some tasty morsels for you. Just what every well-dressed Shadowrunner should have in his back pocket. Oh, it's drugs. Oh, thanks. Dan the Donut Man. The smell of fried food, powdered sugar, and slightly burned soy calf is almost enough to overpower the dusty sewage stench of Redmond's streets. The troll working the stand is covered in food stains older than he is. What can I get you, chummer? You see the murder in the alley across the way? Nah, it's closed when it happened. But hey, it's the Barrens. A back alley killing is nothing new around here. The only reason the cops are making a big deal about this Ripper business is that some of the victims are real people, you know, folks with sins. The Barrens? Now, if you had to ask, you probably shouldn't be out here. This stretch we're on is called Touristville, though, and I suppose it's the closest thing around here to respectable. Fewer muggings, and you might even survive drinking the water, if you're lucky. Would not recommend it, though. Now, behind me, that's the Seamstresses Union. You want drinks, drugs, favors, or information around here? The Union's your spot. Now, that place is the reason I'm in business. Folks get the munchies when they party. Mrs. Kabuta owns the joint, and she's quality. A hard woman, but fair. Sally. The dwarf merchant is packing up her stand for the night. I'm closed. Come back tomorrow. You got a great view of that alley across the street. I suppose you saw the murder that happened there? Sure. It's closing up when I heard a series of explosions from behind the Union. A couple seconds later, this guy comes out and runs across the street. Didn't get a good look at him. Then all the lights in the alley exploded all of a sudden. Things got pretty quiet after that. Hell no. Around here, that kind of thing gets you killed. No problem. So the murder was here, where there is currently a person blocking off the murder scene. No, this is the murder scene. Oh, there we go. As you approach the scene of Sam's murder, Jake spies the flashing red and blue lights up ahead. Hold on a minute. Lone Star isn't above collecting on a corp-issued bounty, and the one on my head isn't going away anytime soon. Sorry, friend. I think this is where our paths diverge. Thanks again for the help with those Halloweeners. Here's your payment. It don't take new one where I'm going, and you look like you could use the funds. Sure you don't want to stick around? I could use a backup. Sorry, chummer, not my style. Besides, you seem like you can take care of yourself. One more thing. When you're done checking out your pal's crime scene, pop into the Seamstresses Union. It's just down the street. You need gear, information, or just a damn stiff drink, that's the place to be. Best drive this side of Chicago. I used this place as a base of operation for years back in the day. Make the right friends there, and I'm sure you'll get to the bottom of this Ripper business. Well, nice knowing you. I like how it says he turns and disappears, but he just runs past me. That's not turning and disappearing. William. The bright yellow police tape cuts through the darkness, directing your eyes to the white chalk outline and dark red stain marking the slab of pavement where Sam Watts died. Standing at the entrance to the alley is a Lone Star officer. The cop looks cold, hungry, and irritated at the homeless man who's currently pestering him. I keep telling you, I need to get my stuff from the alley or I'm gonna die of the cold tonight. And I've been trying to explain to you that this is an official Lone Star investigation and I can't let anyone in there. I got rights. Look, you sinless garbage, I've got a job to do. Find a new blanket or I'll find a reason to use my stun baton. Typical, I hate all you pigs. So William is the homeless man. Now what? What, they didn't radio you? Damn, operator's probably asleep again. I'm here to take over your shift. You can head back. Nah, actually, let's just do this straight up. Coroner Dresden sent me over. Doesn't mean jack to me. Unless someone radios me with an update, my orders are that nobody gets in. Let's talk to William for a second. It's his alley. The streets have not been kind to this man, but they've also hardened him. This man is clearly a survivor, no one wrestling with the onset of age and arthritis. You. Saw you over there with that rat bastard cop. What do you want? Know anything about the murder that took place here? You a copper working for some corp? I'm as sinless as you. Might answer in a few questions. Makes you think I'm sinless. Just messing with you. Of course I'm sinless. System ID number my ass. What kind of questions you got? You see the murder? Nah, I can't say I'm sorry I missed it. I was hauling crates for Mrs. James up at the market. Can't carry as many as I used to, so it took a while. Got back here in time to see a couple tourists puking all over my home turf. By then, that jerk-face in the uniform had already set up shop in my alley. Does he live in the alley? Sure, for the last couple of months I've been sleeping there, but I spend my days out doing odd jobs for the street merchants, or panhandling tourists over near the Seamstresses Union. Oh, you know, earlier in the night I saw a big and ugly troll in green hospital scrubs snooping around the block. He bought some donuts, 2 cups of soy calf off of Dan over there, seemed nervous, and he did everything with his left hand because his right was all screwed up with some cyberware. Well, it was big. I think it must have had some hospital attachments because I saw some needles. It's a lot like one I saw back in 44 when I got captured by elves. Did all sorts of experiments on me, let me tell you. Never trusted one of them cyber people. See you around. Okay. Kubrick? You again. What? I could give you... How much do I have? 1,300? I don't think I needed to do that, yeah. Yeah, it's there the whole time. Meet my friend, Mr. Credstick. Just need a few minutes to look around. Got it, Chief. This looks like the coat and blanket that the old man was trying to get back. As you shuffle the bundle of cloth to the side, a printed receipt falls out from beneath the folds of the blanket. It's a bar tab receipt from the Seamstresses Union dated 2 days ago, 3:02 a.m., right around the coroner's reported time of death. The customer, Sam Watts. The server's name is listed as Coyote. I can give those to him after I'm done. Amidst the shards of glass from the broken lights, you find a small piece of glass which looks like the bottom of a test tube. This will work, lights new. You can see that all of the alley's normal lights have been ruined. Upon closer inspection, it seems that they've all imploded, as if some force shattered them all at the same time. There are 2 distinct sets of footprints, a human's ending at the chalk outline, and a larger set, possibly Oric or Troll, falling just behind the first. Alright, thanks Kubrick, whatever your name was. Cue-ball. Hey there, youngin. Here, these are yours. My stuff! Mighty decent of ya. Don't see that kind of thing too often out here. Yeah, well, shut up. I've got 5 Carmen out. Let's use that real quick. Let's up our HP. And then we've got 2. We'll put that into pistol. So there's a barkeep by the name of Coyote we should talk to at the Seamstresses Union. And it looks like the perpetrator was a big old dude. Oh, another pumpkin. I'm just mapping this out for no reason. Because I feel like it. I'm not gonna hurt you. They're dead. You have anything new to say now that they're gone? I should also question the Donut Man. To see if he remembers anything. because that guy did mention there was somebody buying stuff from over there that looked like a troll, which matches the description of all that we can know about whatever the fuck this potential guy is. Dan the Donut Man. Hey, you sell some donuts to a troll wearing scrubs last night? Maybe. What's it to you? I sell a lot of donuts to a lot of people. I know how Lone Star profiles metahumans. I tell them about a troll that bought donuts from me right before a murder. They'll have him in just to see if anyone will pay the bail. Not today, my friend. Alright, well. He's not helpful. I'm like not even a cop either. About to leave the Barrens, and it's seamstresses, yes. You must gather your party before adventuring forth. Ah. Drinks. Relative to the rest of the Barrens, Torresville is in the unclothed oasis. At its heart is the Seamstresses Union, housed in an old brownstone building on the corner of Illegal and Opportunity. Bums huddle together, gangers strut the streets, and the occasional salaryman comes slumming. The Union building has been retrofitted, rebuilt, and restored so many times that it's like an aging starlet wearing too much makeup in an attempt to stay young. The wild ivy growing out of the gutters adds to this effect. As you enter, the murmur of hushed conversation washes over you. The dive bar denizens raise their heads, take your measure, and then go back to their business. This is the kind of place where everyone knows your name, but keeps to themselves. And I got more karma. I gotta find someone named Coyote, and there's someone named Cherry Bomb. Alright, let's talk to Cherry Bomb. The bartender is a striking elf sporting a perfectly toned body, perfectly pouty lips, and perfectly tapered ears. Her eyes harmonize Save Me and Take Me in equal measure, hitting just the right notes for the maximum attraction of tips. She looks at you, sees another elf, and smiles big. Hey there, I haven't seen you here before. What can I get you? I found a bar tab with Coyote's name on it. She here? No, I think she's away on business. Business, huh? She a shaman with a name like Coyote? No, she shot a coyote once, thinking it was a shaman who double-crossed her. We've been calling her Coyote ever since. She's been missing since yesterday. Some people think the Ripper got her, but I know her. Coyote can take care of herself. She starts to turn away when a man with the face of a survivor and the zeal of a convert tugs at her arm. Hard. It's clear the two have a history. They try to keep their voices low, but the intensity of their conversation makes them easy to overhear. Cherry, you have to listen to me. If you stick around here, you could end up dead or worse. The Ripper's out there, and he's real. That last killing happened just down the block, and now Coyote's missing. Probably find her tomorrow in a dumpster without her head. Come on, Cherry Bomb, think. I think plenty, Shane. I'm getting a Ph-friggin-D from UW in neuroprosthetics, studying under Ojamans. And how I'm paying for it? Bartending, tips. There are faster ways for a Baron's girl to earn that kind of scratch, but I'm not taking them. So what do you want from me? I want what you want. A better life, a better world for everyone. The Universal Brotherhood can give you that. I've heard this all before. This isn't some trick to get us back together. Things are different now. I'm different now. The Universal Brotherhood is for other people, Shane. Rich Bellevue types who can afford their membership fees and voluntary donations. This isn't about money. It's about binding the world together in brotherhood. Come with me, attend a discovery meeting. Get to the core of who you are. I heard Lynn Telestrian give a talk last night called The New Family of the Sixth World. I've got a family right here, Shane. They're drunks and lowlifes and whores, and I choose them over any of your Brotherhood members. Now, Buzz, I need to get back to work. With body language that leaves no question that the conversation is over, Cherry Bomb turns her back on him. Sorry, I got interrupted. I heard. He's got the strength of the righteous, doesn't he? Be careful about whose conversations you listen in on here. Some folks aren't as friendly as I am. You gotta look, it says you're not just here for the entertainment. Are you a badge? Do I look like a cop? No, baby, you look like someone who knows the shadows. Trying to spot a bronze the minute they walk in here. Something I can help you with? I have a few questions. Ask away. Some come here for booze, some for companionship. Others are looking for something they can't get anywhere else. If it's illegal or immoral and it can be bought, sold, rented, or consumed, you could probably find it here. The Union seems to attract people like you. Shane, old boyfriend, he used to work here. One day he saw a billboard for the Universal Brotherhood, and that was that. Went to a meeting, made new friends, moved in with them. I was happy for him, until he started coming around trying to recruit me. I don't need that, Drek. Sam was a regular customer and a regular pain in the ass for as long as I've been here. Talked a big game, but he was always broke. As soon as he got any money in his pocket, it went straight to his head. Chips, drugs, booze. Coyote had a soft spot for him, though. No, now it's Coyote's shift. That'd be Mrs. Kabuta. She's in the back room. You can't miss her. Nil sweat. And who are you, Eric Mersman? Hey guy, got some extra outfits I'm trying to unload. You want first dibs? Yeah, sure. What do I currently have? I don't know. I don't know what I currently have. Oh wait, there was the view stash thing that I ignored. What I currently have is just secure clothing. Basic clothing for a Shadowrunner. I don't care about HP. I'd be fine with this. It's just a... tell me that's actually, like, shows up on my character as just a whole-ass ninja outfit. That would be cool. Oh, so that's where it's at. Okay, I'm done. Give me quickness. I have intelligence, charisma, and willpower, and intelligence also. But not quickness. They get dodge, but it's like a really dumb-looking ninja outfit. I guess of these, I would buy... the runner. Can I... There we go. That looks dumb, but it's technically better and gives me charisma. I'll sell the other thing I have, though, because never mind. Here we are. There we go. Jen Parks. Wyvern's Tooth. The Asian woman's expression reads open for business, but her demeanor reads dealer rather than companion. She's a jack on her neck, gun on her hip, and a chip on her shoulder. She eyes you with a sneer. Look like you're no way around. Need something? Weapons? Matrix tech? You got a sniper rifle? Okay, she does not have a sniper rifle. Alright, I guess I'll stick with what I have. Mr. Clues. Let me talk. There we go. Clue. Posted at the doorway to the VIP section is a tower of troll muscle wrapped in an impossibly tailored suit. Whether the product of good genes or expensive aftermarket cosmetic work, the troll's gleaming horns perfectly frame his face, and his polished tusks and goatee accentuate the scent of a lantern jaw. Welcome. Please behave yourself. You get trouble in here often? Nothing a stern look can't usually solve. You business here? Heard about that. Real shame what happened to him. Figure Sam was the type who needed to be thrown out on occasion. Encouraged to call it a night, I'd say. Sam was a drunk, but he usually wasn't a violent one. Usually? But the night he died. He was a bit agitated. Didn't catch the specifics. Might have been over a woman. Thought I was gonna have to show him out, but I had to deal with a couple of rival go-gangers posturing for one of the working girls upstairs. Jake helped Sam out instead. No problem. Noog. That's Kabuta. Johnny Clean. Do you sell drugs? The man's dressed like a janitor, but is wearing unusually clean overalls. He's tall, rail thin, and has a cunning look in his eye that says he's more than just a maintenance man. Howdy. Name's Johnny Clean, you new? I am. Imagine you've seen all sorts of things in a place like this, huh? True, quite true, and I keep my mouth shut about it, too. That's the secret to keeping a job here. Staying alive in general. Gotta work, see you around. He's wearing an earpiece. He's not just like a dude. He's not just a janitor. Let's talk to Noog. Covered in glowing magical talismans and fetishes, the troll does not seem fully of this world. He mumbles to himself constantly, apparently participating in several conversations at once, but with entities you can neither see nor hear. I told you it's not like that at all. Bring me proof and you shall have it. I'm honored, Your Majesty. That was why I said to use mustard instead of catsup. Forgive me, Jean, I was a fool. You may peruse my magical wares and see their glory. Wow! I don't have any spell casting, but that is really cool. Do any of you guys sell cyberware? I want a dope-ass robot arm. Mrs. Kabuto watches you across the room, sizing you up as you approach. As you get closer, you can see that she's of mixed race, African and Japanese. Her demeanor says, "This is my house, mess with it at your peril," but her eyes twinkle with a playful light when she speaks. Kumbanwa, good evening. Hi, but aren't you the pretty elf? Are you enjoying the Seamstresses' Union? Should be plenty for a man like you to enjoy. Or is this business? Tempted to ask what's upstairs, but not tempted enough. Tell me, Omai, what is it you're looking for? Of course you are. Knowledge is power, huh? So, why should I help you? Sam Watts, looking for his killer. Ah, so you're the little insurance policy he would go on about when he was drunk. His avenging angel would strike back for him from beyond the grave. What do you want to know? I knew him. We all did. Sam was a regular here whenever he could beg or borrow enough Newen to become altered in some way. Drugs, chips, alcohol, it didn't matter to Sam. As long as he was bent, he was always looking for his next fix. He clung to this place like it was his lifeline, and we treated him as part of the family. Even if none of us truly liked him, except Coyote. He was here, quite inebriated, as he often was. Coyote was working bar that night, and she informed me that Sam was getting rowdy and belligerent with other customers. When I requested he leave, he refused. My bouncer, Mr. Clue, was off dealing with another issue, so I requested that Jake escort Sam out the back to the alley. That was the last I saw of either of them. During the gold rush years, there was a census, and the politicians wanted as high a number as possible to gain power and revenue. To bolster their numbers, they decided to include all the working girls, of which there were many, to the rolls. However, given the times, they could not list the girls' true occupation, so they entered them all as seamstresses. When a girl accumulated enough money to open her own place of business, she named it the Seamstresses' Union, so potential workers would know that they would be treated fairly there, and thus a rich tradition was born. So you're a former seamstress? No. And perhaps when we know each other more, I'll reveal more about myself. For now, enjoy the union. Can you tell me where to find Coyote? Would that I could. I have not seen her in 2 days. She's a smart woman and quite dangerous, but I fear for her. Please, if you're what I think you are, you know. There's always someone more dangerous. The room's upstairs. If you're looking for her, I invite you to examine it. You may be able to uncover her whereabouts. I would not normally betray her privacy in this way, but she's missed 2 shifts now and cannot be reached on her comm. It's unlike her. If something has happened, I will not have inaction on my conscience. Here's the key. Oh, sweet. Oh, the key worked on the rope. Which room is hers? I'm gonna guess it's the one with the lock. It's a mid-grade security panel attached with a nearby door. It's said to require a password for entry. I don't have that. This one? Okay, not this one, I guess. This one, then. That's concerning. Alright, first, looks like Coyote keeps her clothes in boxes on the floor. The stand is littered with action movies and cigarette butts. Welcome to Chicago. A framed painting of the Chicago skyline, done in stylized silhouette. Coyote's bed has a diary with several papers sticking out of it. There's a receipt stuck between the pages and a diary entry. I came back from my shift to find 4 of Paco's goons sleeping on our apartment floor. It's getting fragging ridiculous. I want to be with him, with the real Paco, but this Cutter Drek keeps messing everything up. I love him, but he's totally different with the gang. It's how I make cash, baby, he always says. I try to tell him he doesn't need the cash. I could support us both with what I make at the Seamstresses Union, but he still goes on these runs. With these bozos all over my floor, I feel like he's just seeing how far he can push me before I kick him out. I try to be patient, but why does it have to be all one way? As soon as the last Cutter was out the door, I lost it. I told him if he ever pulled Drek like that again, that he'd be sleeping in the alley. Of course, he begged and pleaded with me, telling me it wouldn't happen again. I don't want to deal with this anymore, but I don't want him to leave. He's the reason I got through all that stuff last year. Got my bartending license. Got this apartment and this life. I know he cares about me and loves me more than his involvement with the Cutters. I just wish I could slice out that gang from our life together. Slice out the fear that comes along with it. A receipt for a Browning Max Power pistol from Gin Park downstairs with a note saying how big guns on hot women turn her on. Is it the same entry? Yeah. Second. The paper has a handwritten note on it, or poem on it, and a diary entry. Sometimes it seems like Paco reads my mind, or my diary. Maybe he does the latter. I wouldn't be surprised. Hi, Paco! Ever since last week, he hasn't mentioned the Cutters once. He leaves the apartment with a "see you in a few hours, babe," and returns later without comment. I don't know if he's really going to help for it. If it's really going to help for us to avoid the subject in conversation completely, but I have felt better without our constant arguing about it. The last 2 nights I've come home from work to Paco waiting up for me, slouching on the old dumpster couch with a novel 4 inches from his face. I imagine that as I turn the key in the door, he perks up and makes himself look especially studious for when I get the door open. He seems superficially surprised to see me, but I love the little act. Let's just say that Paco should stick to guns and motorcycles and leave the poetry to others. Third paper. There's receipts and an old photograph stuck between the pages. The picture shows a young girl with caramel skin and dark brown hair. She has a snake wrapped around her arm, yet she's smiling. The back of the photograph has "Shadow" scrawled on it. A COD receipt for a special order of 5 pounds of zebra meat from Maury's Meat Emporium, located near Pike Place Market. And the fourth, a receipt for a wall safe installed near the bathroom door set to a combination of 342436. 342436. The broken mirror was hiding a small safe. The safe beeps cheerfully in response. The door comes open. A grenade. Alright, now what's this? Coyote's computer's ancient, probably fished it out of a junkyard. It doesn't even have a data jack, and the cracked display is covered with fingerprints. Tapping the keyboard causes the dust-caked fans to spin up, only to display on-screen password. Without the password, the only other button on screen is a password recovery option. Please answer 3 security questions to reset password. Your first childhood pet. I'm guessing that was a snake named Shadow. Your favorite musical act. Action movies, cigarette butts. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Is there any, like... Nah. Alright. The first one is Shadow. Mercurial? Name of your hometown, Chicago? Damn, it's the second one. I know it's. I know the first is Shadow, the third is Chicago because of this fucking thing here. What's the act? Shadow, Concrete Dreams, maybe? Chicago? Damn. Shadow. Elementals. Chicago. Damn. Shadow. Starfire. Chicago. It was Starfire, apparently. I'm sure there was like a hint to know that somewhere else, but like, I'm dumb. Computer has a basic list of applications. Calendar. 3 days ago, meet with Delilah about gig. Today, meet Paco for date at Pike Place Market, due in 30 minutes. Contacts. Kado's contact list is exactly one entry, someone named Paco. No committed number or other contact information for him available. This does not seem like a very useful list of contacts. A quick scan of her recent searches shows that Coyote has been reading a great deal about hellhounds. Also suggests more than a casual interest in vintage action figures. Interesting. Down we go. Down we go. Kabuta. How can I help you? He's a ganger, member of the Cutters. He's a good kid in a nasty line of work. I warned Coyote against getting too attached to that type. They don't live long. I'm a vegetarian. I'd be more surprised if she hadn't. Bouncers can deal with most of the troublemakers, but around here you need a gun just to take trash out of the dumpster. If you go down there, it might bring me a peace of mind. I'll call a cab for you. It should be able to get you there in time. Gambate kudasai. Good luck. Okay, so no one here is willing to sell me a new cool-looking metal arm. You give guns and stuff. I want a metal arm. It's a cyberpunk fantasy setting. I need to look like I belong. Anyway. To the beach. You catch a cab from Torresville to Pike Place Market in a mercifully quiet ride that takes you from probably going to be mugged to probably going to pay too much for your drinks. Compared to the urban wasteland of the Barrens, the downtown area is filled with modern buildings, lighted streets, and unbarred shops, all living beneath the shadows of massive corporate arcologies. For many, these arcologies are home. For others, they're hulking monuments to where the world went wrong. Famous for its fishmongers, Pike Place Market has been around since the early 1900s, overlooking the bay. Now, it's a market for all things legal and illegal, a melting pot of the haves and have-nots. Even though most of the shops are closed, the sights, sounds, and smells of the markets hit you from the moment you step out of the cab. You need to stop leaning so much. Hello! Why are there... What's with all these people? Patrick. Oh, Universal Brotherhood. I guess that answers that question. Well, we can't go north because that's barred off. Or walled off, I guess. Let's go south. Oh, southwest, technically. Hey there, Patrick. Let's talk. The handsome young man turns away from the crowd and fixes you with his full, completely undivided attention. Sir, you're a beautiful elf. But you could be so much more. What are you selling? I'm not selling anything. We are giving away the secrets to a more fulfilling, happy, and productive life. Okay, I'll bite. What are the secrets to a more fulfilling, happy, and productive life? The first step is to simply come and listen. Tomorrow night, Lynn Telestrian will be speaking about the importance of family in the Sixth World. Please join us tomorrow. The secrets to a better life shall be revealed to you. Alright. Cultish. I already get that vibe immediately. Refurbished flower. How do you refurbish a flower? Is it like not a real flower? Synth juice for sale. Just fabbed today. Public market. I love that. I love that, actually. That there is so cool. I like that. Alright. Going north. I got dog on a stick here. I don't want a dog on a stick. What does it say? Hard Licks Cafe. I'm not a coffee guy, but I'd go there just for the name. Hey, look, it's the Meat Emporium. And a dead guy. Girl? Dead person. Officer Landers. Another Ripper murder. The Ripper took her eyes. A tall, emotionless Lone Star officer blocks entry to the crime scene. Behind her, you spot the lively face of the organ grinder's coroner, Dresden. This is an active Lone Star investigation. Please step away from the barrier. What happened here, officer? I'm here to see Coroner Dresden. I can do either of these. Let's. I wonder if. Can I save right now? Shit, I can't. Here to see Coroner Dresden. And who might you be? It's alright, officer. He's with me. Okay, then. Make it quick. Lying on the pavement is the body of a young human female. Her eyes have been gouged cleanly out, and you notice a string of bite marks along her left arm. What you got, Dresden? So, brings you out here. Hot on the trail of the dead man's killer? Coincidence, believe it or not. I've stumbled across another Ripper murder? Yeah, that's what it looks like. You can see the Ripper went for the eyes this time. Pretty clean work. Gotta hand it to him. Our Ripper knows what he's doing. Or she, I suppose. Well, not much. She's been dead for about 3 hours. Her name was Lucy Warden, worked at the Stuffer Shack just around the corner. Looks like she was just leaving work when it happened. That's the strange thing. There doesn't seem to be any signs of a struggle. Not a single bruise on her body, yet she was clearly alive when the eyes were taken. Died of blood loss shortly thereafter. As to what knocked her out, I won't know until I can run some tests back at the lab. Yeah, well, I don't really mind the change of scenery. The coroner for the downtown branch is out on maternity, so I told management that I'd cover for her on this one. Plus, I want the sicko caught. Completely unrelated, it appears some wild dogs dragged the body out here from the alley sometime after her death. Now, there's an interesting thought. No, nothing obvious here. I'm sure when McCluskey shows up, he'll call in a full magical forensics teams, though, just to be sure. So the Ripper takes Sam Watts' liver and this woman's eyes. Any theories? Trophies of some sort, I suppose. Probably of some symbolic significance to the killer. Beyond that, I couldn't speculate. Hey, I figure if I help you out, there's a better chance to get the scumbag off the streets a little sooner. McCluskey wants the Ripper in a cell, sure, but he couldn't care less if it takes another dozen murders. Good luck out there, huh? Speaking of McCluskey, you should probably get going soon before he shows up. Who are you, Aguirre? A plainclothes Lone Star officer before you sports a tacky hat and a crooked grin to match. So you're the one working for the dead man, huh? McCluskey warned us you might be sniffing around after the Ripper. Lucky for you, I got here before McCluskey. I'm Officer Aguirre. Pleased to meet you. Now, seeing as this crime scene is going nowhere fast, what can I do for you? Not much, really. We know it was about 3 hours ago, and we know that her eyes have been surgically removed. Didn't need Dresden to figure that much out. He's been looking at the body, though, so he might have more. Me, I've been scanning the rest of that scene and looking for witnesses, but no luck so far. Damn Ripper might as well be a ghost. Let's just say McCluskey and I have conflicting interests. Plenty if you ask McCluskey, but the truth is, we're as clueless as you probably are. Hey, hold on a minute there. You haven't put in a donation for the Lonely Orphans Fund? Yeah, so you make a contribution to the fund. I put you on a list and let you know the next time we find any orphans that you might be interested in. Excellent. Shall we say 300 new in? Yeah, well, some orphans have more expensive tastes than others. 200. You can take it or leave it. Excellent. I'll start an account for you. We get any useful new leads on the Ripper, I'll give you a call. Now, I'd better get back to work before McCluskey shows up. See you around. Who's this guy? Why can I talk to him? The elf standing before you may quite possibly be the ugliest elf you've ever seen. His meticulously clean lab coat, formal jacket, and old-fashioned bow tie give him the look of an undertaker from centuries past. He notices you approach and locks eyes with you, smiling a thin, unnerving smile. Hello there, stranger. Might I inquire, do you know which organ grinder's facility this body will be removed to? just a hobby. Never mind that, though. A good evening to you and your friend, the coroner. You know that guy? Need something else? Any fascinating new leads? You notice a particularly ugly elf standing over there in the crowd earlier? Huh? Where? I mean, he's gone now, but he was asking about the body, wondering which organ grinder's facility it'll be taken to. Interesting. Well, there are those who might be interested in purchasing some of her parts, sure, but that's pretty poor form to inquire at the site of a murder. An ugly elf. I'll keep an eye out. Shouldn't be hard to spot if he comes back around. Sergeant Aguirre over there seems pretty friendly. Can I trust him? Yeah, that sounds about right. Any opportunity to get in McCluskey's way, he'll take it. A bit sleazy, sure, but I'd take Aguirre over McCluskey any day of the week. Anytime. Huh. From the alley and dragged out. This alley or that alley? Well, I don't see anything over here, so maybe this way. Glad there's no trolls around here. You racist dick. The Stuffer Shack. And a guy named Frank. And a junkie. What's this dude doing? The orc before you wears the standard Stuffer Shack employee getup. Uniform's well kept and well fitted, but the tears streaming down his large, crooked face do little to improve his appearance. It was tears, I was wrong. He does not seem to notice your approach. I take it you knew the victim? Yeah, what's it to you? My condolences. To you close? Thanks. Sorry, we're just not used to folks being too friendly around here. Yeah, we were pretty close as coworkers go. Blind Lucy and I worked here at the shack for 3 years together. Started on the very same day. Blind Lucy? Lucy wasn't completely blind, but she was legally blind. She had to wear these huge glasses and hold things right up to her face, but she's got new... Wait a minute. Eyes. Blind eyes. Sam was all about drinking, and it was his liver removed. Like, I know part of the twist as it relates to this game, because I've played it before, but I'm only just getting that connection. That specific potential connection, rather. I don't actually remember if that's specifically involved. But it is interesting that people who had some kind of issue with those organs had those organs removed, although in the case of Blind Lucy, it seems to have been replaced. Any ideas how she scored the new eyes? Nah, she wouldn't talk much about it, just called it her stroke of good luck. Guess that luck ran out. I see weird stuff every day. It's a stuffer's shack, but no, nothing stranger than usual. Well, I'm not sure. I know she had an ugly breakup with her boyfriend after getting those new eyes put in. The guy was pretty upset for some reason, wouldn't leave Lucy be until she filed for a restraining order. All seemed to die down for a while, though. Or a while ago, though. Here at the shack earlier today. I think she was heading to the market to meet a friend. I was going to join her on my way home, but we got some last-minute customers. You wouldn't happen to be part of the investigation, would you? Well, Lucy had this necklace. An intricate little carving of a dragonfly on it. Wore it every day, said her mom gave it to her when she left Denver. Anyway, you know how Lone Star is. All of her stuff will be bagged and placed in evidence storage until the Seventh World awakens. I just thought, if you could somehow get that necklace back before Lone Star cleans everything up, I could send it back to her family. Feel like I owe her that much. Thank you for your help, friend. You know where to find me. Junkie! Hey, you got any extra new one? Just, need some sucre zoom from the shack over there. Yeah, that's how you want it. Ow! Oh, there's multiple junkies, I guess. You missed. Oh, they're coming up to me. Okay. Single shot. Single shot. Attack a guy who's just walking around with an AK. Idiots. They were hiding around the corner, though. That part was kind of smart. Alright. We should go back to the crime scene. Mention to Dresden about the Blind Lucy thing. And, hey, wait a minute. This light's like this. And they mentioned, or Jake's thing had, like, problems with the lights when he was killed, so I wonder if that's, a thing to consider. Ooh. You pick up the necklace. It's an intricately carved piece of wood in the shape of a dragonfly, with small turquoise stones set within its eyes. The wood feels very sturdy for its weight. With genuine wood such a rarity in the Sixth World, this piece might be worth quite a bit to the right buyer. Hey, Dresden. Oh, okay. I'm not going to tell you about her being Blind Lucy and no longer Blind Lucy. Let's go give this thing to this guy. And while I'm at it, take just a little sip. Ba-da-da. Ba-da-da. Were you able to find Lucy's necklace? I'm glad I can do this much for Lucy, at least. Thank you, friend. I owe you. Just make sure that it gets to Lucy's family. I don't want it turning up in some Lone Star office with my prints on it. Alright. My karma's at 7. Let's spend that karma. Alright, let's, Alright, let's put another into ranged combat. Oh, I have Overwatch now. Technically I had Overwatch before, but like it stopped being a paid game and then it went free to play, and that really fucked with everything. Alright. Now from here we want to go to... There's nothing that way. We want... There's this. We could talk to the person who was here, because she did buy stuff from the meat place, the meat emporium. Never mind, I can't talk to this guy. Alright, down we go. Public Market Center. There's Paco with a baseball bat. That's concerning. The kid in front of you sports the trademark yellow of the Cutters gang. Young, clean-shaven, he stands like he owns the street and everyone on it. He seems distracted, though, glancing around with increasing agitation. He looks over as you approach. Watch yourself, Dandelion Eater. What you want? You Paco? Yeah, might be. Who the hell are you? Relax, we're on the same team. I'm 13. I was just at the union. Your girlfriend's gone missing and I'm helping to find her. The tough guy swagger seems to drain out of Paco. The cutter is gone, and before you stands a kid in a yellow jacket that doesn't quite fit. Coyote's missing. Oh man, that would explain... She was supposed to meet me here over an hour ago. Sorry for getting in your face like that. What else do you know? She's missing. I need to find her. Ever heard of a place called Maury's Meat Market? Coyote had a receipt from zebra meat from there. What, you been rummaging through her stuff? Yeah, shop's just down the block. The hell she'd need zebra meat for, though? Beats me. My guess is it has something to do with her also searching up hellhounds. Do you know a fixer named Mr. Delilah? Coyote had a meeting with him a few days ago. I know of him, sure. Blake doesn't allow any cutters to take side gigs, though, so I got no reason to deal with him. Coyote hasn't said anything about taking new work. Wait a minute. Drac, I know where she went. Damn, why couldn't she wait? Damn it! Slow down. Where'd she go? The Royale Apartments. Landlord Stevie J runs a drug ring out of that hellhole. Coyote grew up there. Doesn't like to talk about it much. She's been looking for a way to settle the score with that guy for years. A few days back, I heard Mr. Delilah was looking for runners to steal some sort of item out from under Stevie J's nose. She must have taken the job, sure of it. And if his thugs caught her... I'm going over there. You coming? I'll help you get Coyote back, but you better be able to handle yourself in a fight. Things might get ugly. Of course I know my way around a fight. Stevie J better be ready for a world of hurt. Now let's get moving. L'Oreal's just a few blocks from here. Is there anything else down here? No. Alright. Oh, there's the Meat Emporium dude. Manny! I want to talk to you. The small meat stand presents an enormous diversity of dead animals, from cow and canine to the exotic and paranormal. The pictures on the back of the stand feature a much older version of the man in front of you. As soon as he notices Paco, the proprietor's eyes become hard and angry. What do you want? You know we can't afford more. Relax, man. My friend just has a question. Everything cool here? Yeah. Everything's swell. The name is Manny. Now what do you want? Some people eat it. I wouldn't recommend that. Tough as nails. We mostly sell it to corp security teams who use it to reward their hellhounds. Ha ha ha, I knew it. The flammers go crazy for the stuff for some reason. Drek, that's why Coyote wanted zebra meat. Everyone talks about the pet hellhound Stevie J keeps locked up somewhere in the Royale. And if she never picked it up, whatever. Anything else? Nah, I don't go in much for that shaman stuff. Now this receipt for an order of zebra meat. Still have it for me? I'll look it up. You got it right here. 2 days past the pickup time. Didn't think anyone was going to come for it. Here. It's all yours now. What's your problem with Paco? Why don't you ask him? What the hell is that supposed to mean? It means that your gang likes to stroll through here and relieve us merchants of our renewing. My dad stood up to them. He's still in the hospital. Look, that's not my problem. I'm at the bottom of the cutter ranks anyway. I couldn't do dreck about that even if I wanted to. Tell that to my dad. I don't have time for this. We need to find Coyote. We will. I still have some questions though. Whatever, make it quick. Here's my question. Bye. Alright, we need to find the Royale. Suspicious. For a second I thought that billboard was like... I'm guessing this is the Royale. Was like a video thing. Oh no, I guess it isn't. Oh, there's the Royale. I should have known it has Royale on it. Come on, guy, let's go find Coyote. It's not my name. My name's 13. You roll up on the most impressive bit of tenement squalor you've seen in a long time. There's a few street lamps here, and what light there is flickers with uncertainty. Most of the buildings are damaged and ragged. The smell of... Is that tagged and not ragged? It is tagged. I need glasses. The smell of old, rotting trash mixed with you don't want to know is overwhelming. It's no wonder people living here turn to BTLs. Anything's better than this. The better than life chip is the newest drug on the market. You don't need a good life. You can slot someone else's. Live through them and wreck your brain in the process. The front doors to the Royale apartments aren't even locked. As you step inside, you can hear a junkie crying for another hit. It's time to find Coyote and find out what she knows about the night of Sam's murder. Royale Apartments. What a hole. Can't imagine what it was like for Coyote growing up here. How a hole full of junkies. Look like Stevie J gets their rent money and their drug money. If Coyote's here, we have to hurry. She's good, but... well, these BTL guys pay to stay well informed. They may have known she was coming. Psst, hey you, tweaker. Could you spare some new one, please? Got a stink on you, junkie. Drop the chips, get clean. We can't all be like you. Please, I just need one BTL to get through the day. 2 tops. What do you say? Yes, no. Oh, what do you want me to say? I'll tell you anything, everything. Please. You're too far gone to help me, or anyone. That doesn't make sense. BTLs are here. I just need something. For someone who collapsed to the floor, you're doing an awful lot of standing in place. More of them. Sad old man. You're not from around here, are you? I don't want any trouble. You have quite the vantage point here. Bet you don't miss much. Seen anything special today? Yeah, everything in this body's gone to rust, except my eyes and ears. Bit of a commotion upstairs earlier. Stevie's manner twitchy. This pretty young thing came through earlier, snooping around like you two are. Could tell she weren't here for BTLs. Don't know how she got upstairs. There's a lot of more gunfire than there usually is this time of day. Nah, a couple of Stevie's men came round, asking what anyone saw. Kept my mouth shut, I did. Where's Stevie holed up? He's got the whole top floor all to himself. Fancies he's the king around here. Hey, old man, you know how to get upstairs? You've been right friendly, but I can't get on the wrong side of Stevie J. I'm sure you understand. Look, we're here to save her. You really want that girl's fate on your conscience. Damn it, you're right. You can go through my place. Oh, there's a hole in the wall. Oh, there's probably just like a way you could just move that. Yeah. Look, you could probably go through that way, and I just. All right. Once we go upstairs, I'm not leaving until I find Coyote or I'm dead. You get it? Let's do this. Stevie J's penthouse apartment might have been nice at one point in time, classic even, but now it's filled with neon tube lighting, broken down furniture, piles of rubbish, and crates containing who knows what. Still, compared to the rest of what you've seen, it's positively palatial. The only thing marring the penthouse's pseudo-luxury is a woman's cry of pain in the distance, followed by laughter. Someone being tortured for another's pleasure. You step deeper into the apartment. Oh hey, I got karma. Hold on. Hold on, we can save Coyote in a second. I need to get stronger. I got stronger. Alright, let's go save Coyote. And also, before I forget, let's save. Never mind, I can't save. Oh, we're already in turn. Okay. It's not let. Okay, fine. I only had 2? Is it because I spent some on the floor is quiet, save for the loud humming of fluorescent lights. It seems like you have the drop on Stevie J and his men. Oh, I wonder if I can sneak. I think she's probably this way. I think I can sneak. Oh. Never mind, the Hellhound found us. The room beyond the bars is a stinking jumble of burned flesh and dog flop. An enormous hellhound, its fur streaked with whip marks, growls low. The eyes of a second hellhound burn menacingly in the corner. The hellhounds devour the zebra meat in a few massive bites, and they let out a contented growl. Oh, you heal yourself like a jerk? And you gave them accuracy? A raspy, manic voice booms over the penthouse PA system. You really think you can come in here and shoot up my place? You know who I am. I know who you are. You're the guy I'm gonna kill. Alright, let's have you just come over here and whack Thistle in the face. Nice. I guess that's all you can do is hit people. Oh, come on. Don't be mean. Haha. Really? Ah. Haha, you missed. You're down. Haha. Hit him in the face. Do it again. Wow, you're not good at this, Paco. Like, you're really not good at this, Paco. Could you not heal yourself? I'm just trying to hit you in the face with a baseball bat repeatedly until you die. Nice. But, no, I can't. Oh, that was him? Huh. Wow, Paco, you were so bad at this. I got him. Oh, maybe we need to go through that door because we fed the hellhounds. Maybe that's the go-to. Oh, there's... that. Passcodes! You missed, Paco. You missed. There we go. Oh, we fed the hellhounds so they don't attack us. About time you got here, Paco. Who's your friend? I'm 13. I'm here to rescue you. Yeah? He said I needed rescuing. Guess it turns out I did, though. Thanks. Coyote, we need to get you back to the Union. Mrs. Kabuta has that med lab in the basement. No. I need to finish the other thing I came here for. I need to find something for Mr. Delilah first, a stash of gems. Delilah? I thought you said you'd never do another deal with that man. Look, Paco, I needed an excuse to come back here and settle some debts. Figured I might as well get paid for it. Paco, help her get back to the Union. I'll find those gems for you, then meet you there. Come on, Coyote. Let's go. Oh, that's a bit of a glitch. Well, the hellhounds don't mind us, which is good. Anything this way? Purge the metahumans. All right, we got racists. And a door. Some loose Newen is laying on the crate. Just old junk. You find a money clip full of Newen and a medkit. Oh, we didn't have to fight these guys at all. We could have just gone in there and been fine. That's funny. Anything over here? Nah, just death. Get in here? Oh, hi. Ow! I don't like hurting hellhounds, but I'll do what I have to do. Do what I have to do to win. Ooh, stuff. Small velvet bag filled with precious gems. Let's go back to the Seamstress's Union. Despite Coyote's clear desire to stand up on her own 2 feet, Paco needs to help her through the door into the Seamstress's Union. Heads raised, and the front room of the bar falls strangely silent. Paco stands by her side now, not speaking, his dark eyes flat with fury. Don't know why I fucked up saying dark there. Coyote presses a rag to her clawed-up face. She winces, but manages to keep control, if I could talk, as she breathes in slow, deep breaths to manage the pain. Taking a closer look, you see her arm isn't much more than shreds of meat and broken bone held together by tendons and burned skin. It'll be a miracle if she still has it by the end of the night. Mrs. Kabuto is tending bar herself when Paco carries the mangled and bleeding Coyote into the Union. As soon as the boss lady lays eyes on her missing bartender, the place gets quiet, fast. By the time she rounds the bar to meet you, Coyote is the color of wet spackle, and there's something new in her eye. Fear. This woman is face down hellhounds, but the sight of Mrs. Kabuto has her staring at the floor and mumbling. Woman, how dare you miss 2 shifts and then come back and bleed on my floor? I'm sorry, Mrs. Kabuto. I had a run that went bad. Sokka, I can see that. Your arm's a mess. Was this your crusade again? Don't answer. It will only upset me further. You caused me to worry about you, Coyote, and that distracted me from my business. Hi, Mrs. Kabuto. My apologies again. Cherry, take her downstairs to Dr. Castle. Yes, ma'am. And tell Castle to put something new and shiny where that arm used to be. Mrs. Kabuto, I can't afford a cyber arm. I'm aware of your financial situation. When you're healed, we'll discuss the concept of Giri, the debt of honor. Now go. Bleed elsewhere. Yes, ma'am. I am getting karma. Good or bad, I don't know, but I'm getting it. Her anger at Coyote's rashness slowly washes from her eyes and is replaced by tears. She sniffs, wipes them away, and inclines her head to you. Domo arigato, 13. That girl is precious to me. It's not often that we see acts like these in the Barrens. You performed a great service for my little family, and I welcome you into my home. Consider it yours while your work keeps you here. But we both know that words are mere air. Beyond my thanks, I offer you this remuneration. Please take it as a show of respect. I am honored. Thank you. You're most welcome. And I offer more than simple lodging. You'll find that there is more to the Union than meets the eye. Below us is a small facility available exclusively for discriminating independent operatives like yourself. In it, you will find vendors selling the best gear the black market has to offer, a fully equipped cyber dock, and a secure place to rest when the dreck hits the fan, as they say. This is a safe house, too. Indeed. And normally I require a percentage of the runner's income for the use of this facility, but as I said, you are family now. Consider it on the house. To gain entrance, play GAFFC on the piano. Ah. I guess I'll go play GAFFC on the piano. I'm still being followed around by Paco. Van Grass is busy talking on his comlink, checking his heads-up display, and motioning to a runner standing nearby, all at the same time. He's an intense little man. You get the sense that he likes to look busy. I'm Van Grass, make it quick, biz is good, talk to me. Nothing for you tonight, sorry. I'm doing a thing right now, important thing, talk to you later. Oh, hey guy, one more thing. I'm a fence too. You got anything you need unloaded? Come see me. The whole control bouncer in the immaculate suit stands as impassively as ever. The absence of dust on his broad shoulders is the only real inclination the man ever moves. He nods to you when you approach. Evening. I saw Coyote's back, looking only a little worse for wear. Leave you to thank for that? The having her back part, yes. You have the gratitude of everyone here, especially mine. Couldn't stomach losing anyone else so soon after what happened to Sam. Immensely. Toward anyone who walks through that door, be they employee or patron. Unless they mean ill will, of course. Haven't minded so far. People are saying it was the Ripper, but people say a lot of things about what they don't know, or what they don't understand. I think Van Graz is at the bar near the stage, dwarf with a ST0RY, can't miss him. I crawled in here after I woke. Mrs. Kabuta took me in and gave me a job. I've been here ever since. It's not the size they charge more for. It's the blood under the fingernails. Catch you around. Johnny clean? Johnny leans on his seemingly brand new mop and surveying the crowd at the Union. Piano's a little out of tune. Check it out. That's it. He's the secret guard for this. The piano looks like it's been here since the Union was built, but doesn't look like anyone's played it in earnest for almost as long. As you slowly peck the notes out on the keyboard, they spark a faint memory of wonder. Immediately forgotten as the entire piano slides to the left, revealing a hidden staircase. You descend the stairs into the Union safe house. Ah, it didn't actually have emotion. That makes me sad. The entrepreneurial Mrs. Kabuta has combined everything a runner might need into a one-stop shopping experience. Black market equipment, high-end magical talismans, and a fully stocked cyber surgery dealership. Welcome. No bunks available. Oh, there's an actual stash? Cool. I won't use it, but that is cool. Oh, look, there's her arm. Sarah Castle. Make it quick, I need to operate. Thanks for helping me out back there. Looked like you could use a hand. Ah, bad joke right now. Okay, folks, I'm gonna have to ask you to go sit in the waiting area, watch some Trivid or something. This young lady and I have work to do. Miss Kabuta never said what kind of cyber arm she paid for. I want something badass. Got one with a laser inside? But take what I give you, lady. Now, let's have a look at your face. Leave it. Excuse me? Coyote. I earned this face by being stupid. I'm gonna keep it. End of story. Whatever you say, kid. Nighty-night. Coyote looks both better and worse than you last saw her. All the gaping holes are plugged, and she's sporting a shiny new cyber arm, but now that the adrenaline is worn off, it's clear she needs some rest. Good morning. Thanks to the miracle of modern science combined with Doc Castle's magical healing powers, I'm almost good as new. Better, really. Nice arm. Thanks. Mrs. Kabuta will have me working it off for the rest of my life. Look like you got some on your mind. Kind of questions. Sam Watts, what about him? Holy Trek, Sam. I can't say I'm surprised. It was on a downward spiral for a long time, what can I tell you? I did. It made me laugh. No one else seemed to like Sam's jokes, but I did. Not when he was sober. He was chill and funny. I guess I knew him the best of everyone here. Sorry he's gone. It was a pretty average night, regular crowd as I remember. Sam was drinking with a guy named Armitage. Yeah, you know him? Yeah, I like gingers. Anyway, Jake and Sam were having a few. Well, Jake was having a few. Sam was tossing him back, but good. Eventually, he got loud, the way he sometimes did when he mixed drinking and who knows what, and Mrs. Kabuto wanted him ejected. Mr. Clue wasn't around, can't remember why, so she asked Jake to do the honors. Jake dragged him out the back into the alley, and that's the last time I saw Sam. Standard Sam Trek. How he grew up rich, didn't deserve this, how he hated his mother, how he loved his mother, it was pretty pathetic stuff. Enemies, that's hard to say. Sam partied hard, and when he did, he ran his mouth off pretty good. Got his ass kicked on more than one occasion. But no, I don't think he had any enemies. At least none that I'm aware of. On the streets, mostly. He'd occasionally convince someone to let him flop on their couch, but he'd always overstay his welcome and get kicked out after a few days. Sometimes I'd sneak him down here so he could crash in one of the bunks. He used one the night before I saw him last. If it was just the drinking, it would have been bad, but Sam wasn't the monogamous type. He dabbled in everything. Booze, chips, drugs. He loved the nitro. Whatever he could get his hands on. It wasn't always like that, but once he got sick, he started using more and more stuff to try and forget about it. Dying. Didn't you know? Yeah, everyone could tell. You could just look at him and see he was a walking corpse. It had to be the drinking. And then he disappeared for a while, and one day he came back all better. Looked good, even. His liver was replaced. He said his mom helped him out. Never said how, though. Now I need you two to do something for me. What do you need, babe? I need you to talk to Mr. Delilah for me about the Royale run. He's usually upstairs. Tell him I didn't get the gems. Maybe I can take another run at it when I recover. I got the gems, didn't I? Yeah, a variety of unusual stones that have immense colorings and various markings. Also, I have karma. That's 5. Dodge, and now I have 2 left. You know, let's... Let's stick with the 2. For now. Let's go investigate the Sam bunk. The bunk is a mess and reeks of booze. Searching through the sheets, blankets, and pillow, you find an old photograph that I've seen a lot of wear. The picture is of a blonde boy and girl, both about age 14, sitting on a dock at the edge of a lake. They appear to be twins. The boy has his arm tied around the girl's shoulders and is mugging for the camera. The girl is wanting a kiss on his cheek while making rabbit ears behind his head with her fingers. Written is in a woman's hands are the words, Sam and Jessica. Summer 2040. Hey, you know someone named Jessica? Yeah, great. What was it? Yeah, I did. He mentioned her once or twice. Didn't sound like they got along that well. He was rambling on about her last time I saw him. By that point, he was completely gone. I really couldn't follow what he was saying, but he sounded miserable. Your comlink chips and the screen shows the smiling face of Dr. Aguirre. If he's smiling, it must be about money. Ah, Professor Aguirre, what a pleasure to hear from you. Yeah, we're buddies. Let's go dancing soon. Listen, the Ripper got another one. Victim worked at the NTSB investigation facility down on the docks. You owe me for this. Better get here quick before McCluskey arrives. Another Ripper murder? Where? Okay, listen, I want to help. You dragged me out of the Royale before, something bad happened. Worse than getting my arm torn off, and Sam was my friend. You head to the docks, I'll see if I can track down Sam's sister Jessica. She might be able to help us. See you when I get back. But first I want to get a cool-ass robot arm. In Shadowrunner circles, the term doctor is often used quite liberally to describe any sawbones with a needle and thread. But in the case of the Union's resident medical expert, nothing could be further from the truth. The Safe House boasts a fully equipped medical suite complete with shamanic fetishes. It's a sixth world medicine of the highest caliber. The doctor herself is an unassuming sort, perhaps the type to go unnoticed entirely. If not for the sprightly spirit perched on her shoulder like her own personal gargoyle. The spirit's burning eyes follow you constantly, even as the doctor's own eyes are buried in her charts. However, she does look up long enough to acknowledge your approach. I'm Dr. Castle. I understand you were instrumental in bringing Coyote back to us. Thanks for that. I suppose you were the one who patched her up. Impressive work. Thank you. It's a shame she wouldn't let me repair her face, though. I could tell you're surprised to find a full-service medbay under a dive bar in a slum. Don't be. It's a Shadowrunner bar, after all. For a purveyor of cyberware and trauma kits, there is no better place to set up a practice. I patch runners up, install and maintain their cyberware, and provide medical supplies for their runs. I may not be as mobile as Doc Wagon, but I'm the next best thing. Can I help you with anything? Trauma kits are fully automated stabilization units that include a defibrillator, spray-on synthetic skin, and medical nanomachines. They can save a runner's life, if you move fast enough. Exactly, but you gotta be quick. This is Doc Wagon's own field tech, but even their stuff has its limits. While modern magical technology makes surgery less disruptive than it used to be, it's still an ordeal for both the body and the spirit, requiring extensive recuperation to properly heal. I'm trained in the ways of the spirit world as well as the scientific world. I do my best to heal the whole patient. This little guy supports the healing rituals I perform on my patients after surgery, dramatically reducing their recovery time. Not standard procedure, of course, but the results speak for themselves. Give me a cool arm. I have no money. I don't care about a data jack. I could get an arm and an eye. I don't really use magic, so I don't mind losing the essence, I guess. Oh, she doesn't say anything. Alright, bye. Oh, then you can actually see it on my character. Oh, face forward. Nice. Algernon? Past the bar, the edges of the safe house become somewhat indistinct due to the magical haze surrounding a particular elf. The man seems only half of this realm, his mind wandering the far horizons of astral space while his body peddles his otherworldly wares. Good evening, young elf, and welcome to this humble home that we call the Union. I am Algernon Half-Dream. To ease your way through the sixth world, I offer you the best in magical foci, spells, and fetishes for the conjuring of spirits. What do you got? Ah, cool, a bunch of stuff I can't really use. I should have expected that, considering he's selling magic stuff and I only have $87 to my name. Thanks, though. Eric Mersman. Change your clothes, change your life, right? Not only will you look better, not that you look bad now or anything, but each one will help to keep you on the right side of the ground. Take a look. What do you got? Ah, cool, more stuff. Oh, I can actually kind of buy stuff, but it's stuff that it's useless for me. Sweet. T.B. Gruberman. Do you sell guns? Theodore Buster Gruberman is a well-groomed orc dressed with a precision that suggests the straight lines of a military officer's uniform. His hair is cropped short, high, and tight, as they say, and the neatness this presents is only compromised by the uneven tusks protruding from his mouth. The only other defect in this picture of perfection is the man's cybernetic right arm, which is obvious enough to be noticeable but not so obvious as to ruin the line of his suit. When he speaks, the orc's voice is soft and thoughtful, and he talks almost exclusively in numbers. Calibers, ranges, rounds per second, arc of fire, razoring factor, tensile strength, and, of course, price. Bunker Buster Gruberman at your service. Friends call me Buster. I also answer to Sergeant, Sir, and even Theodore on occasion. Anytime you're in the market for firearms, ammunition, or ordnance, I am your man. How can I help you? Things that go bang in all shapes and sizes, plus other odds and ends on occasion. Consider me your own personal armory. All weapons are guaranteed to meet strict UCAS military spec or your money back. In addition, I can handle routine maintenance, repairs, and upgrades if you so desire. And if that wasn't enough, I also teach a safety and instructional course every weekend. This week we're covering bayonets. Mark my words, they're making a comeback. So what can I get you? You have a sniper rifle? Shotgun, assault. There's no snipes. No snippers. Drone repair kits aren't useful either, but there's no snippers. Bye! And who are you? David Fry II? I'm guessing you're going to be like a Decker kind of thing, right? Every inch of the tech alcove is covered in a chaotic patchwork quilt of circuit boards, chips, wires, displays, and a million other things that you can't identify. In the eye of this techno-bit storm stands a dwarf immaculately dressed and supremely calm. I know that look. Don't let the size of the shop fool you. I can get any Matrix hardware or software that exists, and if it doesn't exist, then I can get it made for you. Any questions I can answer or anything gear you need, I can get it, made it for you. I'm glad I was blind to the second it. What's a deck? You jack into the Matrix, or in the context of a run, when you jack into the local node at the facility you're in, the deck determines how many programs and ESPs you can carry and the firepower of your base Matrix attack. Decks have IP. When a deck's IP is reduced to 0, you'll get booted from the system. And it'll hurt. A program in the Matrix allows you to defend your avatar against countermeasures and enemy deckers. There are a wide variety of different programs for attack and defense at different power levels. Now, as you progress as a decker, you can use more powerful versions of those programs. Johnny, you want to take this one? Sure. When you infiltrate a facility on a run, you have a team. When you jack into the Matrix, you are alone. That's where ESPs come in. An ESP is a highly advanced artificial life program, which means when you deploy it, manifests as another team member in the Matrix. Different types of ESPs have different abilities. Alright. More stuff I can't use. Bye. I'm being rude. Let me also introduce you to our resident Decker and my good friend Johnny Clean. While in the same overalls that you saw him in upstairs, down here, leaning over a workbench crammed with circuit boards, cables, and chips, Johnny Clean seems a totally different person. You got the impression that Johnny was once as hot and as invisible as as the most infamous Deckers today. Good to see you down here. Happy to be of help if I can be. The decking skills often used just on terminals in the real world to get information, hack doors, etc., but occasionally a run will have the option or the requirement to go into the local Matrix LAN of the facility you're infiltrating in order to gain access to valuable information or control more important things in the real world. Did I stand out upstairs? Nah, janitors never do. No, you definitely stood out. You have an earpiece at all times. Janitors don't have that. When I was younger, I had a rep for getting in and out of systems so cleanly that no one knew I was there. Half the Matrix runs that earned me my rep were made possible because I was able to get inside the facility posing as a janitor. Yeah, as a janitor, if I could talk. Again. Now it's just sort of part of me. Ah. Is it true that you were part of the Echo Mirage team? Let me take this one. Listen, I've known this guy for over a decade. He's been smart enough not to tell me, so he's sure as hell not going to tell you anything about those days. For your health and his, best to let the subject drop. Okay, so I get the feeling it's probably something referential in, like, the actual tabletop. I don't know, I haven't played the tabletop. stash, but I don't need the stash. I have a cool-ass metal arm. But now we need to go to the dock. Mr. Delilah, hey, buddy, guess what? I have stuff for you. Mr. Delilah looks small and tough, with an untraceable shoddy on his back and a heavy vest under his trench coat. He's got the air of someone who gets things done and occasionally does them himself. He might be an ex-runner, one of the rare ones smart enough to move over to management when he felt his reflexes slowing down. What do you want? We have business to discuss. What business? I got no business with you. We're with Coyote. She's indisposed at the moment. At the mention of Coyote, he finally gives you his full attention. Why didn't you say so? Coyote's late and my client's getting anxious. Where is she? Downstairs trying on a new arm. Your run went south for her. No kidding? Well, whatever. She's tough. She'll pull through. Who are you two? 13. He's Paco. Great. We're all introduced. Now, give me my stones. Hold the pebble with the runes on it. I think there could have been, like, another run-through of making sure all the text is good. Because, like, I'm fucking up reading things, but that's just what I do when I read it out loud. But this does not help my brain. Here's your stones. In an instant, there's a jeweler's scope on his eye. Moving quickly through what appear to be the most valuable stones, he stops when he finds what appears to be an ordinary pebble inscribed with Hebrew characters. When he finds what appears to be. That's the one. He pockets it. Okay, you done good. But you're late. And Coyote knows that in this case, late equals no payment. But I'm feeling magnanimous tonight, so you guys can keep the rest of the gems as your reward. Whatever. Listen, you look like the sort of man who might run a crew of your own one day. Might need a little talent. When that happens, you come to me, I'll set you up. Looks like you impressed him. I no offense for those gems. Van Gaz, follow me. I know where he is. He's over here. He told me earlier that he's also a fence. There he is. Van Grass, rather, not Gas. Van Grass is fiddling with his ST0RY while noodling on his PDA. You're back, still busy. What's your story? I can see you're a busy man. That's right, and? So I wouldn't bother you if I hadn't come into possession of these rare stones. Rare stones. Let's see these rare stones. You hear the servos and Van Grass's ST0RY whir as a magnifying lens slips into position. He bends his head over the stones for 2 seconds, maybe less. Ugh. Where'd you get this Drac, a gumball machine? Give you 1,000 for him. Thought you said you were a busy man. I am. Then why are you wasting our time with this little dance? 1,500, it's done. Done. Give me your cred stick. Sweet. I'm going to... I wonder if I can give that 1,500 to Coyote, because it was originally her job. Let's check. I don't have to play the notes this time, I just have to look aggressively at the piano. Nope, I can't interact with her. Sorry, it's my money now, Coyote. Good luck with your new arm and fucked up face. Ah! It's again, I took this drink out of the fridge, like, just under 3 hours ago, as according to my phone. And it's been sitting still, and I try to open it, and it immediately is like, I want to fizz so badly. No. Okay, good. I got it before it could fizz all over everything. Oh, hello. Hold on a moment, sir. There's a spider, and he wants to say hello. Is it the same one from earlier? No, it's a bigger one. Hello. Bye. You have fun in my corner, I guess. Just, you know, don't start putting your webs all over my books over there. That'd be, like, super mean of you to do. Anyway. Paco, I'm keeping that money, by the way. No, he's just standing there. I can't interact with Paco either. Alright. Now, do I have any... I don't think I have any sides right now. Yeah, to the warehouse. No, that's right. I was saving the 2 for later. Bye, Paco. Hey, you. How else may I be of service? What is Coyote's crusade? Coyote grew up in the Royale, but managed to escape that life. However, her cousin was apparently not so lucky. He came to town about a year ago and fell in with the wrong circle. He was introduced to sim chips and became addicted to BTLs. Coyote has been tearing her way through chip houses for months now, searching for him and acting as a one-woman cleanup crew. How did you get involved in all this? I'm a former runner. Now I provide a safe haven and a marketplace for runners who need a trustworthy place to congregate and do business. Alright, later. Where's Cherry Bomb? I thought it was her ship today. Is Cherry Bomb over here? I want to talk to Cherry Bomb. I like Cherry Bomb. I see no Cherry Bomb. Oh well. No, mouse, don't go over there. No, keyboard, don't do that. Alright, let's go. I do want to go to the South Seattle docks. I've got like an hour and 20 minutes left that I can do stuff. Leaving the Seamstresses Union behind, you head to the docks. The Ripper killed Sam, and maybe he or she slipped up with this latest victim, left some useful evidence. Only one way to find out. South Seattle's your typical industrial area, grime and gray. The rain doesn't help matters any. Layers of dirt mixed with abandoned wooden pallets repurposed into makeshift furniture for the day workers. Garbage collects in the gutters of the broken down streets. Disreputable is this district's middle name. Your destination, the National Transportation Safety Board warehouse, is located on a small strip of dock towards the less maintained end of the of the waterfront. Despite the presence of those who linger at such places, I'm f***ed up. It's quiet as you approach the gate. All right. Down we go. Streetwalker. Hey, you looking for a good time? Know anything about the NTSB? Yeah, the bums around here have been stealing old crap from that place for years. Not worth my time, though. So you don't know anything about it. You just know that other people might know something about it. And I see that light's fucked up, which tells me the crime's somewhere this direction, right? Halt! The guard looks bored. He toys with his gun absent-mindedly like he might shoot something on a whim just to watch it die. Hey, you're about to trespass on corporate property. You looking to get dusted, street scum? Officer Aguirre called me in. Needs me to rule out if the killer bypassed security or if they were let in. Oh, of course. I'll open the gate. Aguirre's just inside the warehouse. Definitely no holes in our security here. Tip-top shape. I got karma for that. I should use those options more instead of just giving Aguirre $100 to be my super-duper best friend. Also, I should... Karma. I do like the karma system. I like this. Maximum for trolls. Max for humans, dwarves, and orcs. You can go up to max. Super max for elves. There are racial maximums, which raises questions I'm not going to ask. But that is funny. The elves are the weakest. Oh man. But we're also some of the smartest. No, let's add another point to charisma. Just so we can get another, etiquette later. Oh no, there's stuff. A grenade. And a grenade. Let's send that to my stash. I'll probably sell those when I get back. I'm not going to use them. At least not right now. I really went the long way for this. There's also not really much else going on here. Into the warehouse we go. Inside, the large gray warehouse is as typical as the outside. High ceilings, adorned with girders and rickety catwalks, atop a huge utilitarian room. Concrete and steel walls meet a concrete floor. This is a place for storing things and nothing more. Despite the quiet on the outside, the inside is a hornet's nest of Lone Star officers going about their business. In the center of the activity is the Emerald City Ripper's latest victim. With uniforms everywhere, no one stops you at the door. Seems this case hasn't leaked to the press. Yet. Lone Star or not, you've got a job to do. There's Aguirre. And there's a dead person. Hey, Aguirre. Don't mind the arm, it's new. Took your sweet time, didn't you? You know the traffic these days. Fill me in. We had time to go over the evidence while you were en route. Turns out this might not be a Ripper murder after all. I left the computer on in the office over there if you want to see for yourself. The victim worked here at the NTSB warehouse as a black box researcher. The National Transportation Safety Board. This warehouse is used to go over the wreckage from plane crashes to try to determine what happened. The Vic was in charge of their highest priority investigation at the moment. We've gone through the victim's computer, and his case notes indicate he was selling secrets. Idiot kept records. Scientists don't make good criminals. Tell me about it. Some runner like you probably killed him to cover up his courtmaster's involvement and tried to make it look like a Ripper killing. Here's the office key. Check it out for yourself if you want. You called me here for nothing. I gave you $100 and you couldn't even bring me to a proper case. Oh, hey, a thing. You don't need to go right now. This is the bathroom? Dude, that's way too open for me. Old poster depicts a svelte young woman posing with an assault rifle. That's what I want next to the pisser. We have Shannon Halfsky and Dresden. 13. Surprised to see you here. Let me guess, Officer Aguirre tipped you off? Suppose you must have made an impression on him at the market yesterday. Or your crud stick did, at any rate. Anyway, surprise! We've got another Ripper victim on our hands. Looks like business is good for Dial-A-Morgue these days. Heh, yes. Yes, indeed. The victim's male, mixed Native American descent, age 38. Based on the condition of the body, it looks like he was killed around 2 in the morning. Cause of death, unknown. Several internal organs were removed from his body after death, quite gruesomely. I'm not sure if the killer even knew what they wanted before they started cutting. Not much else to tell yet, really. He does have a lot of pre-existing scar tissue, so he probably had a major surgery at some point in recent history. Unfortunately, with the organs gone, I can't determine the nature of the surgery. Well, the killer definitely took the lungs. The more I look at it, though, the other missing organs may just be eviscerated within the chest cavity. McCluskey couldn't find his ass with both hands. Don't tell him I said that, though. How's Officer Aguirre doing on the case? Aguirre would love to solve it before McCluskey and get his gold detective shield, plus he'd love to see McCluskey suck it in front of his superiors. He's already tried to bribe me to keep information from McCluskey and slip it to him. I'm inspired by their tireless pursuit of justice. Do you have any idea how much this job pays these days, sir? I don't think Aguirre's officer's salary is going to do much to seduce me into helping him. sorry, I don't do theories. I'm just a scientist who happens to prefer dead people. However, while there was massive damage in the chest cavity, I can see that the victim's lungs were transplants, which is interesting, since another victim's missing heart was also a transplant. And then Sam came back probably with a new lung, and Blind Lucy stopped being blind prior to becoming blind again. Granted, modern medicine has made organ transplants relatively easy, but it is an odd coincidence. But as a scientist, it's just that, a coincidence. This is only the third body I've personally examined. One of our other branch managers handled the other two. If I find that more of the victims had organ transplants, I'll let you know. No clue. She just showed up. Next to kin, I think. Good luck out there. You're not a cop. I'm independent. What's your relationship to the dead man? The suspicion in her voice and eyes departs almost instantly when the subject turns to the deceased. He's my brother. I've been trying to speak with him, but I'm afraid his spirit is too disoriented by his recent journey to answer me. You're a shaman? Yes, for all the good it's doing me. If I could just make contact, I might be able to deliver justice and allow my brother's spirit to rest. Are there any other witnesses? Not so far as I can tell. Not among the living, anyway. But my brother's spirit may not be alone here this night. Yes, there are others. Other spirits who may be of help. But I can't do it alone. This warehouse contains the spirits of plane crash victims trapped between worlds. They wish to help. They wish to be heard. And I think they have something to say about my brother's murder. Lone Star won't let me in there, but you seem to have the run of the place. If you can find personal items that belong to the victims, I believe that I can summon a spirit to speak with us. I'll need at least 2 such objects. Can you find them for me? Yeah, sure, but first I want to go over here. I thought you said there was a computer, or is it over here? Or is it here, where there's another door symbol that's not locked? Don't look at me, man. I was given the right of way. Oh, maybe not the right of way, but I was given permission. The researcher's work, Cyber Terminal, has been left on, presumably by the Lone Star investigators. Let's start with this. Case file 95, Federated Boeing jetliner. The Boeing. Oh, that's ironic. The plane had several mechanical issues resulting in a mayday at 3:04 on June 17th. Pilot reported that the altimeter was reading in the negative values. Co-pilot takes over the controls as the pilot leaves the cabin to investigate the rear of the plane. Pilot cannot be contacted or located by a plane steward. Co-pilot radios in a mayday. Plane crashes into an empty field in western North Dakota. Pratt & Whitney unmanned IDN 327. Ares redacted. File's been corrupted. Private notes. The notes that appear on screen pertain to NTSB case file 96, the crash of an Ares jetliner near the UCAS and Sioux Nation border. The crash is reportedly the result of an equipment failure. Reading further into the investigator's notes, however, you find substantial evidence linking the crash to an experimental Renraku research initiative. This information could be worth a great deal to the right buyer. You download the researcher's notes to your PDA. And over here. Appears to be the victim's locker. The door is slightly ajar. Inside you see several of the dead man's personal items. The Bluetooth brush is still wet from being used. Smells of mint and cigarettes. As you reach for the comb, the hair on the back of your hand stands on end. And when you take it off its little shelf, your heart thumps in your chest. Hard. It must be one of the items the shaman was looking for. You pocket the comb. Is there anything this way? There's a large pile of old shoes on the ground next to the airplane seats. They could be discarded luggage, or possibly shoes worn by the occupants of the plane at the time of the crash. You find nothing interesting about the shoes in the pile. That door's locked. There's something over here. It's hard to say whether this is a heap of items and refuse recovered from the plane crash, or simply trash that hasn't been taken out yet. A sticky substance of some sort seems to have seeped through the trash pile, and your hands are quickly covered with the stuff. After searching for a minute, you unearth a handful of interesting items. The earring is made out of burnished steel formed into the shape of a small salmon. An intense, primal fear washes over you as you touch its surface. Must be one of the items the shaman was looking for. You take the earring. A dented tin lunchbox that's seen better days. You can barely make out the face of a grinning troll on the front. Surprisingly, the cred stick's still functional. You slot it into your PDA and 200 nuan is added to your account. That door's locked, can't do much with it. Let's continue on. Is this a door I can open? No, it appears not. Alright, we've got two things. We can't go in here. Good talk to you. It feels as though you found enough objects. You hand her the objects you found. She closes her eyes and chants over them for a time. When her eyes open again, they're filled with tears. Thank you. These items are all I will need. Shouldn't take me long to... The hell is all this? Oh, this guy again. Officer required trails after the detective, only meeting your eyes for a moment. She's the victim's sister, sir. This is a crime scene, officer, not some Salish drum circle. Isn't it standard procedure to contact the next of kin? Ma'am, consider yourself contacted. Now get the hell out. Come on. If we stay much longer, I'm liable to do something I'd regret. Or worse, something I'd enjoy. Anyway, what's up? That man is an ass. But there's no helping it now. I should just be grateful you were able to collect these items before those clods carted everything off. Not from here, I'm afraid. Spirits such as these have domains to which they're anchored. We need to get back in there. Not looking good now. You have any plans for the evening? A little breaking and entering, perhaps. Under cover of darkness. You sure you're up for this? Maybe a rabbit hole, but I have to get to the bottom of it. Whatever your reason, I thank you. Now, since we have the time, we should probably enlist some help. They may post security overnight, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say you know where to find the kinds of people we need. You can say that. Good. I'll put up the money if you find the bodies. She produces a fistful of crumpled nuan from inside a leather pouch, starts to count it out, then shoves the whole wad at you. Meet me back here at midnight. The spirits will be strong then. Alright, to the Seamstresses Union. As you start to leave the warehouse, your comlink chirps and the face of Coyote pops up on the screen. Oi, 13, you in the middle of something? No problem, what do you need? Back up. I don't know if I ever told you this, but I was born in the Royale. BTL fishers like Stevie J ran the squats. Ran my world when I was growing up. I remember. Wiz. I have a cousin, Gino, who's been missing for months. He hit the sprawl about a year ago and immediately fell in with some tweakers. Bad guys. They hooked him on high-amp dream chips and started using him for all sorts of trek. I tried to help him, but he pushed me away. Then he disappeared. I've been shooting up BTL labs ever since trying to find him. Maybe. That's what Mrs. Kabuta calls it. I know exactly where he is this time. Got an old friend who eyeballed him herself. I'm on my way. Paco's with me, but we could use another hand. You in? I need you right now. I knew you'd come. I'll send you the address. See you soon. The cluster of dilapidated buildings where Coyote told you to meet her appears to be the remnants of a public housing project. The buildings look like a cesspool filled with human debris. You find her standing with Paco on a street corner, eyeing the roofs, the doorways, the windows. Despite his attempts to engage her, Coyote barely says a word as the three of you weave your way through the tenements. She walks purposefully, her new cyber hand flexing open and closed with each step. It's unclear whether the action is voluntary or not. You circle around the back of a building and Coyote jumps up, grabs the bottom rung of a fire escape ladder and pulls it down. Without a signal, she starts her climb towards the roof. Paco looks at you worriedly and starts up the ladder. Thanks for meeting us, 13. I owe you one. Yeah, you never know what sort of firepower to expect in one of these BTL squats. Oh, hey, listen, I got good news for you. You know Sam's sister Jessica? One of my contacts found her for me while you were on your way here. I called her and asked her to meet you at the Union Bar later today. I hope that helps. I don't actually know if it's specifically the bar. I don't know why my mind went, the next word's gonna be bar. Good job. Thanks. At least I can do. Alright, let's get this done. My cousin Gino should be in one of these squats past that door up ahead. I hear there's a whole lab set up in there. From my experience, it's usually a lookout watching for cops outside and a guard at the door inside. Like I said, don't know much about firepower to expect, but these guys are nasty. Don't know how much firepower to expect. So stay on guard. I just want to get in, grab Gino, and get out. Right behind you, babe. Let's do this. BTL Clocker. Do I have any... I do. Is it enough for another etiquette? I don't think it is, but let's check. It's not. I'm so close. Let's wait until we get another etiquette. The orc looks twitchy, his eyes rolling in his head. He scans the three of you, looks past to see if there are others, licks his lips and nods throughout as if going through some internal checklist. Hoi hoi, how you doing? Good day for a trip, ain't it? This guy's a clocker. Trades work time for chips. Part salesman, part lookout, probably has a signal device for the guy inside. You want to go on a ride? What kind of rides can I go on? We got it. All of it. We got it all. Yeah. What you want to do? You want to do some crime? You want to be bad? We can hook you up. Don't roll that way. Want to be a hero? Be a hero. We got fairy tale direct chummers love. You name it. And you can slag and frag to your heart's content. That's the real thing, right? Slagging and fragging. Don't matter what the trip as long as there's flagging involved, right? You do snuff too, don't you? Maybe, yeah, maybe. For the right price. You can feel it. It's like to die. What it's like to kill. Oh yeah, chummer, oh yeah, better in life, definitely better. Dream chips, mind benders, sin stim, senses without peak limits, high octane intensity. That's the best part, it's lab. They test the new stuff here, the hottest direct. You can place a special order and they'll make it happen. You buy a pass card from the guy at the dar instead of door. It'll get you in and out anytime you want. Then you can buy a beetle and slot right there. Our guys guard you while you're chipping. Safest way, chummer. Safest way. You want to step back? You want to step back off of that? You want to step away the hell back? This is Sprawl Biz, chummer. It's the biz of the people, and by the people, it's for the friggin' people. So slide off with that unless you're looking to get hurt. Alright then, alright, good. Go on and see my boy Charlie. I set you up with a pass card, you see Charlie. Concerned woman. The sinless are free. Ancients, always watching. There's Charlie. Let's talk to this concerned woman. Don't do it, friends. Don't slot that direct they're selling. BTLs are killers. Theirs most of all. Sound like you know from experience. I do. I know. Lost my husband. Lost my son. My daughter. Use her. To record. No. But Jamal has... my son's card. Took it off his, took it off him when his brain fried. Jamal's down the hall. Don't know if he'll give it up, but that's between you and him. Serious. This place is backed by the Yakuza. Japanese mafia. Ah, man. There's a guy on the door, Charlie. He sells the passes to get in. He's not tough. Blind in one eye. The other 5 or so wandering around. 2 of them are bad news. Covered in magic symbols. Mean. 5 or 6? That's not so bad. Surprise on our side. All day. All night, and they can be dangerous too. Once someone's chipped, they can send them any program they want. Make them do whatever. Turn them into whores, killers, anything. Who doesn't? He's here all the time. Gino's a clocker. Trades his time for chips like their little errand boy. I saw him go in there this morning. Hasn't come out, so I imagine he's riding a dream chip. Hey, buddy. You want to give me a chip? Or a key? What you looking at, Spike here? I want to buy your pass card. How'd you know I have a pass card? People hear things. Oh, you heard right. I sell them at a discount. Charlie charges 50 new in for 'em, but I can get you 3 for 100. I'll do that. We got 3. You took them from dead people, I assume. I'm gonna save real quick before I forget. This is only my 2nd manual save, I just realized. Let me in, Charlie. Charlie's an orc with an expression of boredom and 1 milky eye. He drones through his standard patter. Need a pass, 60 new in each, 150 for the lot of you. That'll let you come and go as you please. You can chip in there. We'll keep you safe while you ride. BTL chips are separate costs. Last about 3 hours. Prices vary. Buy those inside. Great. Have fun. Keep on moving. Cross the bridge. The entire floor of this tenement has been given over to a chaos of technology and squalor. Across the room, a chromed-out Decker argues loudly with an armed thug, abruptly falling silent as they turn towards you. The shotgun-wielding thug squeaks in panic. It's the crew that took out Stevie J's place. I told you it was only a matter of time. You messed with the wrong BTL lab. Oh. This is a Yakuza operation. With a push of a button, I can make these tweakers into my own personal killer puppets. You fragged. 13, don't attack any of the chip heads. They don't know what they're doing, and you could hurt Gino. No civilian casualties. Got it. I have a concussion grenade. Better than fragging the tweakers if they get caught in the middle. Graw. I'll aim at that guy first and foremost. So that's a chip head, BTL, chip head. We want the Decker first, so we're gonna... That would lose line of sight. Let's just go here. And shoot him. And then you head for this guy. BTL. You've got a shotgun, which is a problem because that's pretty close range. 4%. Yes, go forward. Ow! Cost me an action point like a jerk. Ooh. Paco's better now that Coyote's around. Man, you guys are really wanting to punch her in the face. What is that outfit? Yakuza shaman, huh? Hit the shaman. I missed. Oh, that's a bit of a spread. I didn't even notice that. It's interesting that it has a spread there, but it doesn't hit the one that's standing right in front of her. Not a grenade. Ow, that hurt. Oh, hey. Oh, hey. Oh, hey. Kill the Decker. I missed. Decker's dead. Oh, you missed. Well, first let's reload. Then let's have you move over here. I want to aim for the shaman first and foremost, because I think that gets rid of the summon there. You missed, Oh, you didn't miss. That was mean. Oh, no! That is a problem. Shaman? Shaman? Knew it. Ow. Don't do it. Ha 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 ha. Good job not doing it. I appreciate you not doing it. Do I... How am I... I'm not trying to... Okay then, how am I supposed... It says one turn. Oh, that's a UI thing. Okay, so I guess I can't heal him out of the state that he's in, which is a problem. No, there's no way to interact. I'm not losing Paco. So let's load the most recent save, because no. Hey, you. That's what we need, okay. The Dock Wagon Basic Trauma Kit. Let's go. I want to hit this guy, the Decker, first and foremost. He'll be the target for 13 for me. Go for the operator. Yeah. We'll have you immediately start firing. Let's not you. Oh, wow. Nice. Chiphead. We don't want to move you here. Do you have a concussion? You do have a concussion grenade, but you can't use it. And your shotgun might accidentally hurt the chiphead woman. Yeah, okay, so it does seem to have a spread, but the tell of where the spread goes is not as, obvious as I would like. There we go. Line of sight. It's blocked on the one I want to fire at. Ow! Haha! Alright. There's the shaman. Shaman's next. Oh, really? Just to make sure that shaman can't summon anything. Ow, stop shooting me. I said stop. Just because you missed doesn't mean it's okay to shoot. Ah, that's why I wanted the shaman dead. Ah, that's not good. That's better though. Are you security? Oh, you were security. I don't have enough ammunition. Reload. I could have and should have switched to the pistol, but I didn't. Because I'm smart like that. Stop taking away my action points. Really? Really? That wasn't enough? That wasn't enough? All right. Really? You can do it. Told you so. There we go. Heal, I don't mind being out of ammo. We've only got the chip heads left. Ow! Oh no, wait, there's you. Better in life is you forcibly end the puppets. I cannot gently wind them down. They take a little bit of damage, but they don't die, so that's fine. Let's heal. And by heal, I mean take a sip of my drink. And I got 1 karma. And it does not appear that I let any chip heads die. I don't know if they appreciate being called that, but first I'm gonna get a new etiquette. So get security and Shadowrunner. Let's get gang. You're Gino, huh? Let's talk. You eject the BTL. Gino's been riding. He gasps suddenly and his eyes flutter open. He looks confused. Worse than the other chipheads you've seen. His lips are white and chapped, his eyes sunk into his head. There's vomit on his shirt and sweat on his forehead. When he speaks, his words are slurred. He's burnt. What the hell? Who slotted me out? Who fraggin' slotted me out? Gino, it's me. It's Carla. Slot me back in. God damn it, this is bullshit. I don't want to be here anymore. Slot me back in. He looks around the room angrily. His hand reaches for his implants. Coyote grabs his wrist, stops him. Gino, no. Coyote, be careful. Gino wrenches his wrist from Coyote's grasp and he staggers back, reaches under his shirt and pulls out a gun. Coyote watches him, horrified, with tears in her eyes. Gino waves it around, blinking wildly. Back off. Just back the hell off. Take it easy, Gino. We're backing off. He presses his hands to the sides of his head, his fingers still on the trigger. Squints. What the hell's wrong with you people? We're trying to help you. Is the way you help me? Look at this place. Look at me. He looks around at the squalor of the room, then glimpses his own reflection in the machinery. Oh God, look at me. Put the gun down, Gino. Come with us. No, you don't. You can't understand what it's like out here. I'm naked. I gotta slot in. Get away. You're not gonna stop me. I'll frickin' kill you first. Gino, no! Holy shit! You have a concussion grenade! There was a whole thing about potentially using it on the chip heads. Gino. God damn it. I'm sorry, Carla. I'm so sorry. Coyote looks to you. Tears in her eyes. I'm not stopping. Not now. Not ever. She looks at Paco. Back at you. The angel of death. A real rain is coming to Seattle and it's gonna wash the scum off the streets. I'm going to burn every mother fragging BTL shop in the sprawl until they are gone. Every mother fragging one. Shannon's plan is the best lead you've got to find out more about the Ripper, but getting back into the warehouse is going to require some support in case the direct hits the fan. The Seamstresses Union will have exactly what you need, a fixer. Finding this necessary middleman and deal broker is key to most plans involving Shadowrunners. A good fixer is worth the newing. It's their job to have the contacts and know who's good at what. They'll put together the team you need. Magical support, skilled street samurai for muscle, or an overshot decker for matrix work. Running the Shadows is a life and death gamble. It pays to hire the best Shadowrunners you can. John Bartlett, who are you? Is that Cherry Bomb? Cherry Bomb flags you down as you walk through the door. Hey, 13. There's a woman looking for you, a Jessica something. She's waiting for you by the stage. Bellevue type. Wouldn't order anything. Won't touch anything. I think she's afraid of diseases or something. Thanks, Cherry. No charge, Trimmer. We don't get much action in the early afternoon. Just a few salarymen slumming Torresville and hoping to talk to Madame Sinful and some diehard regulars. That's what the downtown folks call Mrs. Kabuta. It's a Torresville thing. They like her to have a naughty name like that. I just got in, but I think Coyote's cleaning the back bar. Mr. Delilah's hanging out in his usual place. The vendors downstairs came in a few minutes after me. Oh, and Bartlett's here. Don't think you met him yet. John Bartlett. Big presence at the end of the bar. He's in the biz, connected. You might want to meet him. That guy still bothering you? You mean my ex, Shane? Yeah. Nah. He hasn't been in since that last time. No calls or pages or handwritten notes either. Weird. He was so persistent. I guess he finally got the message. Maybe he'll find someone at that Universal Brotherhood of his has settled down. Have fun. So you're Bartlett? Who are you? Full of life with a quick smile, the man tilts his head and watches you approach. Hey guy, what's shaking? Little this, little that. I hear that might have something for you, if you've got the new one. Time's money, I'm listening. You ever hear of the Nephilim Network? Of course you have, and in the know guy like you had to have heard of the premier merc team out there. You say so. We're a tight unit. It costs a bit more than the common rabble, but we're worth it. So that's who he is? Okay. There's Van Graz again. I'm very busy. You show me something worth my time or you walk away. Data from the NTSB. Renraku would pay to keep it quiet, and Ares would pay to know what it is. I got 800 yuan for something like that. I know you'll double dip on this one. Make it 1,000. As long as you keep bringing in stuff like this. Sure. There's Jessica Watts. At a glance, you can tell that Sam's sister Jessica is from a different world. The opposite of Sam in almost every way. Her suit is tailored, her eyes are sharp, and her style exudes authority. Ms. Watts, Jessica Watts, she eyes you up and down warily. She does a good job of hiding it, but it's clear that she's well outside of her comfort zone. Yes, and you are? My friends called me 13. I counted Sam among them. That's funny. Didn't think Sam had any friends. Friendship's defined a little differently in the shadows. Suppose it would have to be. So you're the one I was told about on the phone? A woman who called herself Coyote contacted me this morning to inform me that my brother was dead, and that I should come to this place and speak to someone about an investigation. That's right. I'm hoping you can help me get to the bottom of this. I don't know what use I'll be. Just answer a few questions is all. Alright, but... She then furrows her brow, regarding you more critically. You're not with the police, are you? I'm getting that a lot lately, but no. By the look on her face, she's clearly struggling with this. I'll be honest. I would just as soon put this all behind me, and the fastest way to do that is through proper channels. Surely there's an official police investigation going on. Why not let the professionals handle this? Lone Star, professional? Not the ones I've seen. But you must have better things to do than waste your time searching for whoever killed my low-life brother. First, Sam was my friend. Second, I'm being paid for my trouble. Someone's paying you? Find it hard to believe that anyone who really knew Sam would put up the money. Who is it? Sam. He hired me from beyond the grave. I don't understand. Called the dead man's switch, triggered when he died. Am I to believe that my drunken sod of a brother hired you to find the person who killed him after he died? Her boardroom mask drops momentarily, and in a sigh, she reveals a brief glimpse of real emotion. I left Seattle to get away from Sam and his bullshit. Now I'm back, he's dead, and I still have to deal with him. Jessica composes herself, and in a breath, the mask is back in place. Listen to me, 13. You seem like a decent person. But I'm trying to move on with my life. Our mother killed herself last year, and Sam... Well, Sam was Sam, you know? I've worked so hard to put my family issues behind me. I don't want to see this drag on. I'd love nothing more than to give you closure, and quickly. I appreciate that, but I think I'd prefer to just let it be. No one else needs to get hurt. Your brother had my back when I needed him. I can't walk away from this. Are we talking about the same man? My brother was worthless, 13. Worthless. He used people. She sighs. She's done. Never mind. I can see that you're not going to let this go, and I respect that you're honoring my brother's memory in your own way. But I hope you can understand how emotional this is for me. Jessica's demeanor instantly changes from reluctant to helpful in the span of a single meditative breath. Maybe you can do things in a way that the police can't, and maybe I can help. What do you need from me? When was the last time you saw or spoke to Sam? Been ages, I can't even remember. The bartender here recalls Sam complaining about arguments with his sister. I don't know what to say. Maybe he dwelled on the past when he was in his cups. We certainly argued enough when we were younger. Where were you on the night of Sam's murder? I'll overlook the implied accusation and tell you that I was at a fundraiser all evening. A very crowded fundraiser. Did Sam have any enemies? Sam's biggest enemy was Sam. I don't know of any others. You'd likely know better than me these days. Were you and your brother close? I think I've made my feelings about Sam pretty clear, don't you? You don't seem to care whether his killer faces justice. Of course I want justice. I just can't let him drag me down again. Jessica takes the photo from you guardedly, as if it might sting her. But that guard drops the moment she looks at it. Where did you find this? Sam's bunk. I can't believe he kept this. That was one of the few possessions he had. He studies the old photo for several silent moments. What happened between the two of you? Things were different back then. We were different. We were a family. Then, after our father died, things began to change. We couldn't get back to a new normal. With our dad around, there was always a reassuring order to our lives, but after, everything got mixed up. You can never really appreciate the importance of a person in your life until they're gone. The remorse plays wet across her eyes, and it seems that she's not just talking about her father. Jessica then steels herself to tell the rest. Sam tried to be the man of the house. He truly did, but he couldn't handle it. And pretty soon, he'd spent every dime of our father's life insurance. Every dime. After that was gone, with Mom working 2, 3 jobs, he spent all her money too. I couldn't stand the way he abused her trust, so finally I just had to leave. She holds the photo forward, one part of her ready to relinquish it along with the past, and another looking to hold on to both. May I keep this? Please do. Thank you. Tell me about your mother and her death. She was a devout Catholic. I don't think it's an exaggeration to say that she sacrificed her life for Sam and me. But she turned a blind eye to what Sam was becoming, refused to acknowledge his downward slide. I couldn't watch her do it anymore, so I moved out. After I left, we drifted further and further apart. I wasn't here when she died. In fact, I didn't even know about it until I returned to Seattle 5 months ago. Where were you living before you moved back here? Kyle Free. What brought you down there? It was less of what brought me there than what made me leave here. I felt lost in Seattle, so I moved to California to see if I could find myself. And did you? Actually, yes. While I was there, I developed a whole new outlook on life. A vision for what the world could become, and I came back here to help make it happen. Well, that's foreboding. I've taken up enough of your time. Thank you, Miss Watts. Just as well. I need to get back to the office. But, before I go, you should know that I'm reinterring my mother's body tomorrow, and I'm arranging to have Sam buried with her. The funeral's tomorrow at Our Lady of the Blessed Sacrament, 7 o'clock. You're more than welcome to attend. Goodbye, 13. I hope you find what you're looking for. Stay safe. Hey, more karma. Alright, I've talked to you. Let's now talk to Coyote. How you doing, girl? Coyote's wiping down the back bar. She doesn't stop when you approach, keeps her eyes on her work. Hey. You okay? Yep, fine. Listen, 13, I don't want to talk about what happened with Gino. Okay, what's done is done. Gino's dead, I'm alive, and that's all there is to it. It's the Barons, right? Nothing more to do or say. I'm gonna be looking for work. Your kind of work. So if something comes up, keep me in mind. Okay, I gotta do this now. The afternoon checklist isn't gonna finish itself. I have grenades and shit to sell. What's on special for happy hour? Oh, first. New York stands at attention and looks every bit like he's waiting for a commanding officer who he can crisply salute. He only appears at ease when he's cleaning the barrel of a rifle or counting out the bullets in a magazine. And the rest of the time, he appears as he is now, ramrod straight and primed for anything. And how are you, my friend? Find if to fire a weapon, what say you? After a fashion, yes, sir. Sergeant in 31st California Militia. It's no longer a recognized unit, and there are those who would say we never were. But someone had to stand up to the tier, and it fell to us. Yes, sir. I was in Cal Free when the Elves came marching down from the north in 36. After the UCAS pulled their support, we had little in the ways of an organized defense, but what we did have was a stockpile of weapons and ammo down in Oakland. The locals in NoCal held out long enough for us to bring the heat. And I tell you, all the magic hoo-ha in the world ain't enough to stop a V11 Holtrick from cracking your dome. Hot rack, rather. We drove them Elves all the way back to Rekka. Would have pushed them all the way back to Portland, too, but some 90 down south reached out to the Japanese for aid. 90, nitty. And got our own version of Normandy for the trouble. Things went to hell in a handbasket from there. Don't much like to talk about those later days. So let's talk guns instead. Can I get you anything? I don't need grenades. I prefer shooting things. I prefer to shoot all my problems away. Needed to cough for a second there. Ah, there we go. So I could spend 800 for a slightly more capacity assault rifle. And I might, actually. You know what, yeah, let's get a slightly more capacity assault rifle. Actually, you know what? Give me another gun. I don't need the other... I don't need that. Yeah, I don't need that. So give me a... Give me a shotgun. Give me the Benelli. And you know what? As well? Give me a pistol. Yeah. Yeah, I got a pistol, a shotgun, and an assault rifle. Alright. Bye. Now, what do you have? New outfits? Well, you do have new outfits, but nothing I really need. Let's get some more health. And then, let's also grab potentially some more cyberware. Some more work to be done. The job's not done yet. How'd you fall with this operation anyway, Doc? Dr. Castle pauses in her work, setting down her tablet and appearing to grow introspective. I suppose you might expect that I had a fall from grace. Certainly that's the case with many of my peers. If not that, you might think that I was compelled to do this because a friend or family member became a Shadowrunner and I hurried to their assistance one fateful night. But the reality is that I grew up knowing this is what I would do with my life. My parents were both Shadowrunners, and very successful ones at that, so successful that they retired in a very large house and raised a litter of kids who grew up hearing the impossible tales of their parents' younger years. Of course, we were expressly forbidden to follow in their footsteps. We were all expected to attend university and take full advantage of the opportunities they had fought so hard to give us. So, Mom and Dad were proud to see me pursuing a medical degree, and they'd only minor reservations about me applying that expertise to the treatment of Shadowrunners. After all, they never would have survived long enough to meet and fall in love if not for the ministrations of several street docs along the way. So I suppose you could say I was born into this life after a fashion. Anything else I can help you with? Alright. HP and quickness. Give me HP and quickness. Left leg. Left leg. I know. Alright, I'm pulling an Edward Elric, except I also have one for my eye. Let's go. I said, let's go. That's better. Alright. Delilah, let me have Coyote. If you're talking to me, it's business to transact, am I right? Of course you're right. It's your job to be right. That's correct. You're a smart guy. What can I do for you, smart guy? You got scratch, or you planning to pay me out of your earnings? Oh, for your speed, hired help will run you about 1,200 ahead. If you start taking on tougher jobs, well, the more experienced the runner, the higher the rates. Excellent, we agree on terms. I've got some runners on call. You got any special requests? So Shannon is just going to be involved anyway. So let's grab Grim Peeper, that's her name. De Morgana, Felonious, Jenny Hex, Sonia Krieger, Tames the... Wait, where's Coyote? Nephilim Network. Hey, James, that's my name. Just in case, haha. El Douche. That's definitely what his name is. So I can't help but notice... Can I not have Coyote? Is Coyote not here? Just happy. I'll add you. Yes. Wait, do I... No, it won't. Yeah, I only have that one. And the game wouldn't... Because Coyote said she wanted to join, and she's not on that list. You return to the docks to meet Shannon Halfsky. Although the Ripper's latest victim was her brother... But Shannon appears cool and professional. A consummate runner by birth, if not by trade. She'll get the job done, and hopefully one of the hearth spirits in this place can point you towards the Ripper. Or Hearth. Either way. Dealing with spirits can be tricky business, but when they deliver, it's pure platinum. One doesn't have to be an Amerindian shaman to summon and control spirits. Anyone with magic talent can do it, but Shannon seems to have a particular connection to the spirit world. As you approach the gate, you know something's not right. The docks, already strange and uncomfortable at night, trigger the need for caution. Then you see it. The guards are missing, and the gate's been smashed in. Okay. 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 Good for him. About time you showed up. Looks like we weren't the only ones who wanted to take advantage of the situation. A bunch of mercs have locked down the area. I don't think they're here for us, though. I guess there's something worth a bit of coin left in that warehouse. Well, it was for Lone Star. They're all dead. Hope you're a better shot than they are. Oh, you have no idea. So we need to make sure she's alive and to break into the warehouse. Alright. Unfortunately, that is all the time that I have for tonight, but it is a pretty good starting point next time I stream, which should be tomorrow night at the same time, and hopefully OBS won't mess up the title of the stream. It's gonna make me fix it immediately. Either way, thanks for joining, and I will see you later. Oh, that's funny. That was really